Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? I'm having technical difficulties. Can you guys hear me? Hello, hello, hello. So yeah, until until I get feedback, I'm really sorry for the delay, guys. Welcome to the Ominus Show, the show that talks about comics, gay stuff, pop culture stuff, anything really that tickles my fancy. I will talk about it here on the show. My name is Elliot Rodriguez, and I'm your host. You can see my name right here. And I am a comic book artist. I'm a comics gate artist. I draw a lot of cool shit for Comics Gate, and I'm reporting to you live from Lima, Peru, in South America, where everything is shaking. Everything is shaking. There's earthquakes happening everywhere. There might be an earthquake happening here sometime, and hopefully it doesn't happen, because if it does, then that might be the end of my show. That might be the end of my career as a comic book artist, because everything's gonna fall on top of me. But can you guys hear me clearly? I'm super scared about the mic. I'm having camera issues. But I think you guys can see me clearly. I think, right? Um, so please let me know in the chat. Um, so yeah, so welcome to the Ominous Show. I have a great show for you guys today. We're going to go for as long as we can. I'm going to bring on a guest, and we're going to talk about some. We're going to talk about some uh, first look exclusive news related to comics. We're going to get I'm going to bring on a guest, and we're going to talk about a lot of crazy things that's been happening, and yeah, man. So let's see. First thing is first. If anybody would like to please, or if you would like to, I'm not going to say please. No. Yeah, thank you very much, Scribe. Yeah, if anybody would like to uh send like a super chat type thing, send it right here to Ko-Fi. I will definitely, obviously, I will read your comments or the tip, whatever you guys think is appropriate, whatever you guys would like, and then I would read your comment. And yeah, all the money that I collect from these super chats, these you know super chats, it goes to coloring the book. So and I'm going to show you everything that I've got in colors in for the comic, and I'm going to show this to you guys on July 16th. Let me see if I can bring that up. Um, Hold on. I announced a few days last week. I announced officially the date for when I'm going to drop. Hold on. I gotta stop sharing. Then I gotta share a new screen. What's going on, guys? Yeah, July 16th. In like 2 weeks and some change away. I'm going to show you guys everything that I've been working on the comic. So you guys will get to see pinups, character concept art. You're going to get to see some sequential artwork. You're going to see a lot of great things that that I'm preparing. Back behind the scenes for Ominous. And then after that date, I'll be doing some more drawstrings where you guys will see me draw some sequential pages, on the show, and pinups and all of the things that I got planned for the comic. So that starts on July 16th. Please, I hope to see you guys here. And and I'm sorry, I'm all discombobulated because this whole situation with my camera, I don't know what's going on. But but yeah, I want to touch on something before we get into the whole before we get into the weeds with my guest. I want to touch on something. Uh, I don't know if you guys have heard the news, but this happened a few days ago. Um, Hold on, that's not the one I wanted to show. This one is the one. The one that's loading. Yeah. And so yeah, I don't know if you guys have heard the news, but we got some news coming out from fandom posts from all kinds of comic news outlets out there, telling us about this Andrew Farago situation. Now, this is CG lore. This is CG history type thing. This happened. This guy was around in the beginning stages of CG, really early on in 2016, 17, 18, around that time. Way before my time. I wasn't around when this stuff was happening. When this guy was active on X, I wasn't around then. I was getting back. I didn't get back into drawing until 2018. I was trying to get better, and getting back into the groove of drawing. And so yeah, I was not unaware of CG. I didn't become aware of CG until 2020 because of the coronavirus lockdowns and stuff. And then 2021, I started, participating with CG, doing some artwork and getting featured on some campaigns. But before that, like there was this guy Andrew Farago who was a nuisance to CG in the sense that he was a leftist guy commenting a lot on why CG is going to why CG is bad, why these guys are white supremacist Nazis, why you guys shouldn't play along with them, and all kinds of things of that nature. Also, he was one of the first early voices against CG. One of the people that we so lovingly call SJWs around here. So he was a voice, a voice of opposition to CG early on, and then recently this news broke out, and we're going to take a look at the article. Let me take a look at the article here. This news broke out, and I'm gonna read the news, which is fascinating, completely fascinating. You guys see that? From John De La Rose. I guess he's CG now. I guess we're okay with him now. I know you guys can pick and choose, I guess, but it says here, Cartoon Art Museum curator Andrew Farago was arrested for secretly recording party guests. He was recording party guests, including children, in a bathroom. And this is the picture that we got. Now Ethan did coverage on this this last few CG Trashcast on Trashcast. He was covering this stuff, and he covers it obviously much more in depth with more personal touch to it, because he's actually been involved with this guy in the sense that they were going back and forth, with arguments and stuff on X, and Ethan says, no, this is one of the guys that was one of the main voices and one of the reasons why he was later fired from DC. So this guy has got a lot to do with the reason why Ethan is not working at DC Comics anymore. So Ethan's got a more personal perspective from that sense. And so yeah, it says Andrew Farago, the curator of San Francisco Cartoon Art Museum, and one of the more prominent progressive voices in the organized comics community, was was arrested June 3rd on 20 counts of invasion of privacy after secretly recording birthday party guests using the bathroom at his Berkeley home, according to court documents obtained by the Berkeley scanner. So I think I have that article here also. Yeah, so let's look at that article. Not a big fan of John De La Rose. Sorry. Let's take a look at that. And so here's the article from the Berkeley scanner. So says Berkeley man recorded party guests in bathroom. Police say suspect Andrew Farago apologized to guests for his tremendous lapse in judgment. That's a horrible way of expressing that. But yeah, a prominent member of San Francisco's cartoon community was arrested earlier this month after recording birthday party guests, adults and children, using the bathroom at his Berkeley home, according to court papers. Andrew Farago is a pop culture writer and historian, in addition to serving as curator of San Francisco's Cartoon Art Museum. San Francisco, geez, San Francisco perv, no, a degenerate of this nature from San Francisco. What are the odds of that happening? According to his LinkedIn page and the museum website. The allegations date back to May 23rd when Farango co-hosted a birthday party at his home in South Berkeley, according to the court papers. We're just ticking off all of the left SJW boxes, aren't we? From Berkeley, South Berkeley in California, San Francisco, SJW guy. Jeez. It's just ticking off all the boxes. During the party, a woman found Farango's cell phone secretly recording video in the bathroom, along with a video that showed him setting up the phone, concealing it with a towel, and aiming it to record people's genitalia as they used the restroom. Fucking A, man. When the woman confronted Farango, he made admissions and also stated that he had deleted the photos. No, because that's how you solve that. No, I'm sorry about all this. I'm going to delete the photos. Jeez. And hold on. And delete the photos from the phone and the cloud, the police wrote. He later emailed party guests to express remorse. According to court papers, I hid my phone in our bathroom for the purpose of spying on our guests, my closest friends in the world. My closest friends in the world. He's spying on his closest friends in the world. I had never done anything like that before and don't know what possessed me to do it. He wrote, man. Well, I mean, he's confessed, he's admitted to it, so man, that's crazy. Now, Farango continued, according to court papers, this was an inexcusable violation of our privacy and our friendship, and I am prepared to face whatever consequences will come from this tremendous lapse in judgment. That's a horrible way of putting that, no? That's complete criminal behavior. Berkeley police ultimately secured an arrest warrant alleging 20 counts of invasion of privacy by using a hidden camera to secretly record someone under their clothing. Man, this is crazy. Officers arrested Farango at his home on June 3rd and served a search warrant seizing about a dozen electronic devices during the operation, according to court papers. To date, at the time of this news, if this broke out June 22nd, 3 days ago. So there have been some advances since this has come out, but this is the news that broke out a few days ago. And today, charges have not been filed. Police said they could not release additional details due to the ongoing investigation. Farango did not respond before publication to a request for comment. So the news broke out. He did some horrible things, and they can't really say what's going to happen because they have to investigate. They have to take a look at how deep this rabbit hole goes. What else does he have? If he's filming children, then there's also this possibility of there being child pornography involved and some other depraved behavior. So before there's a lot of stuff that they have to investigate. Maybe he's tied to some kind of ring, child pornography ring, because there's a lot of that shit going around. So he may be connected to all of this, and so man, so we have to wait and see what's going on with that. And yes, I'm just we're trying to get into the groove with the show. I'm sorry about all this. So I'm going to say hello to the people in the chat. What's going on? Gray Cloud, great to see you, man. Appreciate you stopping by. We got Scribe in the chat. What's going on, Scribe? What's going on? We got Will Studios. What's happening, big dogs? And yeah, my bad. It's the I'm having issues with my camera. That's why the show was started late. But I'm here. I'm here now. We got Chris, Christian Fandom Geek. What's going on? I am Jedi like my father. I believe you, man. I believe you 100%. We hear you. Yeah, boy. What's going on, D-Wag? We got Dr. Mask. We got, the audio is great. Thank you very much, Scribe, for putting in the Ko-Fi. Got my brother in the chat. What's going on, Diego? What's going on, man? Great to see you. Siege Perilous. Dude shivved him to Warner and the Clintons. Man, that's horrible. And we got my guests in the chat. Just give me a second, Anthony. I'm really sorry about that. Ben is here. What's going on? Good morning, Zever. What's going on, Ryan? Ryan, that's right, Ryan. Zever is the creator of Nephilim. We had him on the show last week, so hopefully, I don't know if we have time to pop him on the show today. And subject is Comic Cody. What's going on, man? Great to see you. Now, don't forget, as always, this show is brought to you by my good friends over here at
K2 Mod do say nigga Inca Cola, yeah, Cola, yeah, Inca Cola, yeah, K2 Mod baby, Inca Cola, yeah, Inca Cola, yeah, Inca Cola, vamos.
fuck yeah. And let's not forget that throughout all of this, we must always think about unity in the world and be at peace and always respect each other's differences.
We got to celebrate our differences. We got to celebrate our differences.
Ooga booga doo, ooga booga doo.
We got to celebrate our differences.
Nacho taco, chimichanga.
Cause it's beautiful when the whole world sings together.
Chick chong chick. Heck yeah, man. So that's the news, man. We got this going on. Let's see if I can find some because there are some advances. There's some news that Ethan posted on this. He was talking about this on Trashcast. A lot of great commentary. He's a great storyteller. Ethan is, with all this information. So let's see what else we got out here. Because I know there's more news in regards to that. And and Ethan's rejoicing in all this, and rightfully so. This is actually like something like poetic justice, because one of Ethan's biggest detractors, I guess you could say, it finally got what was coming to him. So I'm happy for Ethan. I'm happy that things are being put into place as they should. These people, these SJWs that come out here with this leftist ideology, they love to project their ideas, and they say that the conservative people, right-wing people are this, and that, when in reality, and in many cases, is actually the opposite. They're the degenerates, and all it is just a matter of time just to wait and see what happens, and then these people just out themselves. So there's nothing really to do, just let them fall by their own, let them fall on their own, and then just look at it and laugh. And it's like, and then here's another post from Ethan. He says, "Man, Heidi McDonald," and then there's the X account deleted my comment and then blocked further comments about voyeur pervert Andrew Farango on Comics Beat. All of these SJWs are pretending this isn't happening. They know that they signal boosted this deviant for decade. And so we see here in this picture, Ethan posted a comment, says, "I knew there was something wrong about that guy." And this is an article that talks about it that I was showing just a few moments ago. And it says here now, comments are closed. So why would someone who's a supposed journalist covering this news, why would they close comments? So it's apparent that there's something that these left-wing people, they're scrambling trying to cover this shit up because they don't want this to get out there. Because it's incredibly bad form, bad timing, bad everything for this guy, and horrible stuff. So let's see what else I can find. I got some good stuff. Got some good stuff here, and here's an update. Here's a recent update that Ethan shared with us. Update. Daily Mail. Hold on, this is the wrong one. I always keep showing the wrong one. Sorry, guys. And this one. Bow. It says Daily Mail on Andrew Farango update. It says Farango, listen to this, guys. Listen to this. Farango co-hosted a birthday party at his South Berkeley home on May 23rd. So the news broke out roughly a month later. So this has been going on for some time. And the investigation is still not done. They haven't really gotten anything from it yet, over a month. So we can just assume how deep that situation goes. So let's take a look at the article also. But here it says, he hosted a birthday party at his South Berkeley home on May 23rd that was attended by more than 20 people, including 6 to 7 children ranging in ages from 3 years old and older. 3 years old and older. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. So Ethan says, "No shit, he's so cooked." Yeah, an artist is caught recording guests using bathroom at party. Police say, and let's take a look at that article. This is the Daily Mail. This is what happens when the wider internet grabs your attention. They're going to just run with the idea, put out the shocker headline, and then run with that. And I say this because that was the plan that supposedly Liam Gray had, in the sense that he wants to. I don't know what's going on, but he wanted to essentially present his case to the wider internet so that they can side with him. And I'm from the very beginning, I heard that, I was like, no, that's a horrible idea, because all they're going to do is grab the catchiest headline, run with that, and then completely destroy much more than what your career has already been destroyed. And so here it says, revered artist. Now, this guy is not an artist. He writes. He's not an artist. He writes. No, so he's dragging all artists under the mud with this shit also. So that's horrible. But he's not an artist. He's a writer. He's a would-be writer. No, actually, he is a writer. I think he's written a lot of things for comics in the mainstream. And it says here, revered artist is caught secretly recording kids and parents using bathroom during his birthday party at home, police say. A prominent cartoonist in California admitted to recording children and their parents who used the bathroom at his home as he hosted a birthday party. Police say Andrew Farango, who was the curator of San Francisco Cartoon Art Museum, the initials CAM, cam, as in that's what this guy uses. He uses his phone cam to secretly film and videotape and watch you, your children, everybody in that house when you're using the bathroom. Now, so if Andrew Farango ever invites you to a party, don't go. Don't go. Or you can use the bathroom outside, or go somewhere else and use the bathroom. But use it in this house. And was initially arrested on June 3rd on 20 counts of invasion of privacy involving the use of a hidden camera, according to Berkeley Police Department. Okay, we got a new date here. So he was arrested on June 3rd, and the party would happen on May 23rd. So about a week after the party, bam, he gets arrested. 20 days after his arrest, the news breaks out. Oh, so there's 20 days. Oh, so they were thinking about this. How do we put this out? We have to put this out. Huh? The 50-year-old looking at children. No, what? I mean, geez, Louise, crazy shit, yo. And yeah, people are coming in. What's going on, guys? Chang, hail chat, and hail to Elliot Freak. What's going on? Great, thank you very much, man. Scribe and Ben, what's going on, guys? The ones who screech the loudest always have something to hide. Exactly. And I saw this post. I want to take a look at this if I can. Because this, I'm going to show you guys how far back this goes and who all has been involved in their exchanges with this asshole. Here's a post that I thought was interesting from Coach, because we'll show you later, but I'll show you later. But one of the biggest critiques, one of the biggest critics for John Malin was this guy. No, this guy kept talking smack about Jawbreakers, John Malin, Richard C. Meyer, and crowdfunding and all that stuff. And so I think this is interesting, though. This guy needs 10 cc's of marginalized mental illness victim status stat. Victim status. What can save someone in this deep of the shit that he's in? No, victim status. And it says counting down to him coming out as trans in 5, 4, 3, 2. No, so that's all it's going to take, I think. This guy's going to. Don't be surprised, because this is a leftist piece of shit. Don't be surprised that here from in 2-3 weeks now, he's going to come out as I'm trans. You didn't know that? I'm really a woman. And so now his leftist friends will have to support him, defend him, say, hey, he was just filming because he feels himself to be a boy or some shit. I don't know what the hell. Man, he's perverse and he's just generous, man. Crazy stuff. And 50-year-old hosted a birthday party at his South Berkeley home on May 23rd that was attended by more than 20 people, including 6 to 7 children ranging in age from 3 years old and older. That's horrible. While the party was in full swing, a woman found Farango's phone concealed by a towel aimed towards people's genitalia. According to officials cited by the Berkeley scanner. So they're going back to that report that I showed earlier. The report also noted that the woman found the video on the phone of Farango setting up the device. She confronted the cartoonist who made admissions and also stated that he had deleted the videos from his phone and the cloud. According to the court document, Farango sent out an email to guests after the party that expressed regret. I hid my phone in our bathroom for the purpose of spying on our guests, my closest friends in the world. Man, I have never done anything like that before and don't know what possessed me to do it. And this picture is really sad. Ethan brought this up, but I don't think he mentioned this, but because he's standing in front of a Turtles book, a Ninja Turtles book. Man, this guy was involved with working with the Turtles. Fuck. Jeez, no. Degenerate guy working for the Turtles. Crap. And yeah, so he's sitting here at what appears to be a bookstore. It might be a con, and there's a book right there that is there more photos? What else? Not these photos. This photo here, and you can see him with the Ninja Turtles book, and then right next to him is motherfucking Kevin Eastman. It's like, no, why? And I don't know. Can you just imagine, though? You're a creator, you're in the space, you're working with a bunch of people, and you don't know if the guy next to you is a fucking degenerate pervert. No, so you guys gotta be on the lookout. And speaking of deranged perverts, I'm going to bring on my guests. And hold on. I'm going to bring on my esteemed guest today.
We bring in the studio this morning one of the gay rights activists, Mr. Should I call you Mr? Pepe Julian Onzima. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
Good morning.
Me. Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
Thank you, dude.
I'm kidding, obviously, no, but my esteemed guest, Anthony Gonzalez Clark. What's going on, man?
What's up, dude? I know. I was like, I didn't know when to come in at any point in this show. Like,
yeah, my bad.
There.
No, I'm sorry. I had the show scheduled at 9 o'clock. I'm sorry, at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I was having technical difficulties with my camera and stuff, and I just couldn't figure it out. So but yeah, I apologize. I sincerely apologize for the delay, and I should have thrown out the link earlier. But yeah, man. So welcome to the show. Yes, did you hear about this news? Do you know anything about Andrew Farango?
I did not know. I think I didn't know anything about it. I think I just was like, it was just like one of those things that I think I heard some stuff about it like a long time ago, and then yeah, and it's just like this coming up right now.
Yeah, insane.
Yeah, it's all new to me right now. Yeah. I may have heard something about it, but yeah,
crazy stuff. And yeah,
but I know the gist. I mean, I know what's going on now. You know what I mean? Like that's what's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is, man. It's the degenerate that's been out there giving CG a bunch of shit, and then he ends up being a degenerate himself, and it's always the same case with these guys, huh?
Yeah, it always that is always like I was just thinking about that, like every single time you get attacked, like it's they say it, like they say the worst things about, like they call you all those names. It's like the projection, right? It's always the projection, and then it comes out that they did all that stuff, and again, it's just that's usually always the same old story.
Yeah, man. So
they always project. And it's like the common trait every single time. Yeah.
And it's always just a matter of waiting until they out themselves, essentially, no?
Right. Until they do something, they just break, because again, that's what happens with perverts. It's like when you're as a known pervert, I guess, right? It's just like you just they got to find the next, like they're just chasing their next perversion, right? It's like they chase it, and then it just gets to the point, to where like it's something crazy like this.
Heck yeah, man.
know?
And then they get caught in the bathroom, crazy stuff. And then here's a post from way back in the day, because this account doesn't, I think it doesn't exist anymore. And it says, and Andrew Farango is saying it's found its market, which is all online, in ordering the book in advance. The buyers aren't regular comic shop visitors for the most part, and stores have very little incentive to carry a $25 book from a YouTube troll and a guy who drew some issues of Cable. And he's obviously talking about John Malin in that case, though. And so this guy's been out here for a long ass time.
Right.
Making comments like this. No, Eric Larson retweeted this shit.
Yeah. Oh, and, damn.
And so, like, I mean, and so yeah, he's been one of CG's enemies from way back in the day, and then he's finally getting his comeuppance, as they say, you know. So
right. This is the representation. I mean, he represented mainstream comics, right?
Yeah,
like these comic institutions and stuff. And so it's just another thing where it's like it's reflecting badly on mainstream comics establishment and all that stuff. So you know what I mean? Because they keep they've Ethan was making that point where like they elevated this guy, and like last night he was just going through like I asked him if did you go through every old comment, and then he went through every like old comment that everybody's made that elevated him. Yeah. So it was. Yeah, it's
crazy. It's crazy stuff, man. And here's also Thor Odinson, our good friend, you know, and he's also had a lot of many exchanges with the guy also. And it says, no, if it's getting neo-Nazis and Comicsgate upset, Marvel made the right call. So he knows about us, and he's always been talking shit about us. So
right, yeah, it's like it's this cancel culture stuff coming back around. And it's he tried to ruin the careers of Comicsgaters, and now he's facing the career-ending scandal. Right? It's like it's all just comes back around.
Yeah, we got Mike TV W says every pervert knows you use a hidden spy camera to view your guests. Just ask Chuck Berry. Oh wait, fucking hate. Oh man. They talked about this last night on Rev Self-Destruct Show. What's going on, Curse Heart Creations? Great to see you.
Larson.
Oh, Liam is here. It says so short version. This dude had hidden cams on the toilet or something. I'm not sure. I guess
he just
insane.
He just wrapped up a camera within some towels and positioned it somewhere in the bathroom where he viewed people coming in and going to the bathroom. They could see he could see everything. And he said it was a lapse in judgment. I guess maybe what he was talking about was where it was, where
he should have hit it better.
Yeah, exactly.
I would love to see how they found it. Like it must have been. I would laugh if it was like some obvious thing, like just sitting in the middle of the bathroom.
Well, if it's like I'm just thinking, like, well, because it was wrapped around a towel, someone wanted to use the towel. You know what I mean?
Probably, yeah.
So they just grabbed it, and the camera fell out. That's crazy.
Ben says, no offense. I'm sure you guys are all great, but I don't want to see any of you using the bathroom. I don't want to see that shit.
I don't want to see.
Yeah.
I think it's like it's going to be like you were kind of speculating earlier about the kids stuff. It's probably I don't know. It's like there's an ongoing investigation. They have his computers, all that kind of stuff, and there's just so far there's nothing. Like I was looking and everything, and there hasn't been anything reporting yet. So on the status of it right now. So
we'll find out eventually. It's gonna, and this is also true. He's gonna get turned out in prison. You know what prison people do to people like this, right, man? They're gonna mess them up real bad, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Because you guys may not. It may seem a little bit weird, though, but there's codes, even for criminals. Like, if you have to rob and steal, you rob and steal, I guess, whatever. No, but you never harm children and women and children, even criminals. Some criminals know that. So, and then they see this guy filming little kids, and he might get caught with child porn. They're gonna mess him up.
Yeah, I mean,
oh man,
yeah,
that's horrible.
I mean, he looks like very frail, very weak, very. Right?
Yeah,
he's gonna get
Why does that towel have a red light? I could imagine it's some big obvious thing like big. This is not a camera, not some type of shit. Oh man.
Yeah. It should have
Awesome
been
stuff.
like a kind of like a 3D photo of himself with the camera like this, and then the camera was a real camera. Like one of those, like the eyes shaved out of a portrait or something, and it's like
It is like "Wee, wee, wee, wee." They heard the ping messages from Grindr. Oh yeah, send up a Ko-fi. But yeah, now that's one of the things that we have that we're going to talk about on the show. But then another thing that we're going to talk about is about my good friend Anthony. And well, I want to start off with this news. Can you tell us about this? This is another good friend of ours, Nandor Fox Schaefer. He's talking about his distribution deal for this comic. You were the artist on this also?
Seasons? Yeah. So that I got it. So I got this. Yeah, this is Seasons. This was.
Wait, can you show us? Can you show us?
Oh yeah. So this is
nice.
the first volume. Yeah, this is the first real gig, I actually paying gig.
Man, that's awesome.
I got back in about 2017. 2016, wow. 2017 is when I was working on it. So yeah, it's been about 10 years since this came out. Yeah, this was the first big project I worked on. Before that, it was just kind of just doing whatever. I had other projects I was working on, but I was learning from all that other stuff. This is where I was I got it all together, and I started on Seasons. And what's cool about this is that you see my style just kind of form itself through the beginning to the end of the book, and it really kind of solidifies in the second volume, which is this one right here. So this is the second volume.
Hold up. Nice. Now with the name like Seasons, I'm assuming there's 4 volumes.
Yeah, there's gonna be 4 volumes. Spring, summer, fall, and winter. So right now I'm working on fall. And winter, proceeded after that. But right now it's so that's what we're doing right now. So, but this is I got this, way back in the day. This first thing I got paid for to do. So that's why it's just, if anything, if you get it, it's a very interesting story. It's kind of nostalgia-ish. You know what I mean? It's when you're when you're early 20s. I think he's about in his early 20s. So he's just going through all that stuff. So it's people my age. I'm like almost 40. So you read it and you're kind of you're I said all that, I did all that. So there's kind of a nostalgic cringe to it. But overall, it's a very interesting story. I very much enjoyed it. I was very blessed to get it. I think that Nandor is a very good, interesting writer, and he brought out a lot of stuff like that out of me. That so that's what I really enjoy about I really think that God has really blessed me, and where I get to work with writers that kind of just that bring out ideas out onto the page, and then you have some really good work to show, in your portfolio, basically.
Yeah. Writers that push you, that's always a good thing. How did you know that you were ready to do gigs? How did you because my stance, for example, when I first started drawing, I was I know I'm not ready for comics, and I need to get better. And so I started drawing my comic when I felt that I was better, that I could at least put out something competent. Was that your approach, or how did you, or were you always an artist? You were always into doing?
No, I thought I was really, really good, and I was not. But I wasn't. I thought I was I wish I had some example, I guess, but it was just, I did all the mistakes where it was kind of very, very overdrawn, very, very detailed, very, very, it was just, and I don't know. So I thought it looked great. And then there was a lot of things that were just not, I guess, there wasn't a really good flow. Everything was too sharp. Everything was too detailed. Everything kind of meshed together. So I made all these little comic book kind of mistakes where the image just looked too overdone, overdrawn. And I used to do that all the time. And I wasn't really good with just the dynamic figures and all that stuff. So it's just, I forgot how it kind of, I guess it was when I started like going through the comics, like I was going through it, I was reading, and I was finding a lot of you know, mistakes I was making. So, and I think it was when I started reading, finally, like reading manga eventually, like I actually got into it. And the way that some of these storytellers and some of these stories in there, like it kind of brought out some techniques and stuff that I wanted to implement. And I started kind of working towards that. And then when I got the gigs, when the gigs started coming more and more, I needed to start working faster. Okay. So when you start working faster and you need to pay the bills and you know what I mean? You need to, because you're going to work on page rates and you got to do that. You got to think of ways to hold back. Like what's the most important panel? It's like all these decisions, and it's like, wonder if I got the book. Okay. Oh yeah. So like Alex Toth, are you familiar with Alex Toth?
Yeah.
Okay, so he has like these really interesting points to keep in mind. So eventually I started implementing all these things where, like, it says eliminate the superfluous, the unnecessary, be lazy, edit your art continuously at every stage, save your work, focus on the remaining important picture elements, emphasize what is important in a scene, save a drawing, isolate such key elements as one does in a view. It's just all these different ways to kind of keep yourself going quick. So I had to figure out. It's Alex Toth's birthday today. Wow.
Yeah. Speaking of the devil, nice.
Yeah, happy
Shout
birthday, Alex Toth.
He's
Yeah.
Alex Toth.
I know, right? It's like mercy. What is it? So I just started figuring out that I needed to hold back a lot. I was spending way too much time, and then so when you're getting the pressure from your wife. So when's the money coming, honey? When are you going to get paid? And so I needed to kind of figure out my page, like my turnaround time. And so eventually it just, that's where the style just sort of like started. I started developing a certain kind of way of drawing. So before I thought it would look great. I thought it was awesome. Maybe it was super detailed and it was like all this stuff, but eventually I had to figure out ways to, when I started getting the gigs, when I needed to get paid, pay the bills, you start to figure out ways to hold back your style. Was that your question? I don't know what your question was.
No, because the question is like, how did you know that, okay, this is the moment where I should start getting into comics? No, like, so you felt confident in your art. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, when I started getting faster, when I started getting a bit faster and more, like I knew what to do, like in a certain way, like I became like, then I knew that like, like that, because that's what happened with Seasons. Like in Seasons, it was, I held back, but I had more skills. I had more skills in my, like, that I was noticing that people weren't doing in their comics. I noticed things that were missing a lot. And that was sort of like I have like a cartoonist animator's edge to it. Like I very,
I dig that. Yeah, I see that. Yeah. I see that you got a lot of panels that look very like, cut straight from an animation clip. And
I'm very movie like minded more. Like it wasn't, I don't come from a very, very big comic book background. Like I collected comics, I never really read them. I just kind of looked at them. It was more like an art thing all the time because I knew that when I was little I was either going to do comics or I was going to do work for Disney. So I enjoyed movies a lot more, and I didn't get into comics more and more until later on in life. And that wasn't until like basically until like COVID happened and everybody who was like a writer or an artist started a YouTube channel, and I got to learn all this new stuff that I should have learned when I was younger. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah. So I just,
Nice. And so you give priority to speed, dynamics, and then like detail to the end if you got time for it. But that's the order, I would assume. No, like because. And I'm assuming you developed this over the time of taking more and more gigs. Because I got that issue where like I like to draw and detail them and draw like every nook and cranny of the character or whatever. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, because I understand that I should probably, like you're saying, cut back and then try to focus more on the dynamics and this and that. But then I also see like artists like David Finch. Or for example, like Kenneth Rocafort that takes like goes into detail with the colors and everything, and I want to do something like that.
Mhm.
And so I don't know, like, how did like bob and weave a little bit with that. It's
Yeah,
it's something that's on my mind, but
see, it's like looking at understanding shadow and light, like
yeah,
understanding negative space and trying to. You don't have to draw every little thing. It's like that's why
yeah,
I know it's like the examples like Mike Mignola kind of can really
yeah, yeah,
or really bring out it could be Kirby, it could be Mignola. It's like I'm just trying to think of certain artists everybody knows where
yeah,
even Frank Miller where remember it's almost like Inception in a way where you can kind of bend this reality in
yeah.
this panel any way you want, but it still has to follow, it has to be coherent, you have
Certain
to be
rules, yeah.
consistent,
Mm.
but you can do some stuff. So I noticed some of the artists when I was one of the first series I ever read was Batman the Nightfall series, right? And I didn't even know it was Graham Nolan that I was really enjoying, because he would do things like there was a shadow that would go over like a window, like it was almost like a window pane kind of shadow with all the line, and it was just this cool thing, like where did that window? Well, I don't know. Well, whatever. It's the
somewhere.
light just perfectly.
It looks cool.
Shooting down, but it was a cool looking design, and it went well, and it flowed well with the story. So I just wanted to just encourage people to always kind of just remember it's comics. You can do what you want, but then at the same time you got to make sure you're being coherent and consistent, and you're making sure that people understand what they're looking at. So it's like I try to really, if you look at my art, it's just I'm really, when it comes to light and shadows, when it comes to shading and stuff like that, there's an element to that. That you can use to your advantage. I mean, it's like if it's just I don't know. I had a scene in I was in My Sister Suprema where she's talking to one of these little one of these henchmen that kind of a henchman that betrayed the bad guy, and she's talking to him, and they're in his trailer that's all destroyed and stuff like that. And so there's holes everywhere, and so he's got to tarp it up, and he's got patched up the holes and stuff like that, but there's still light coming in. And so when there was a moment where she goes, can you they're trying to find directions to find her brother. And so they find it, and she goes, okay, well, put it in your phone. Can you put it in your phone? She's like, he goes, where's your phone? And she goes, it's a long story. And she kind of she's punching her hand. She looks off to the side. And then one of the lights is just going over her eyes, and it just looks like it's just really emphasizing her anger.
Yeah, that's dope.
I'm just saying, it's just you mess around with little
Playing
things
with
that, and you don't always have to draw the background. It's be selective. And sometimes when you don't have enough time, time yourself. I try to give myself a day and a half. A day.
Yeah.
If I give myself a day to draw one page or something like that, but sometimes it goes into a day and a half to two. But try to really limit yourself, and then just be done and move on. Don't keep drawing the page. And then get your
that's a day that's a day pencils or pencils and inks.
Oh man, I do. It's
a day
yeah.
Pencils and inks.
It's everything. Yeah, it's pencils and inks. Sometimes, man, dude, crazy. It's sometimes it's everything. I go pretty quick.
And
I
do
colors
also.
and
That's right. Yeah.
So I can do about four pages, I think, colored, penciled, inked, and even lettered if I can do that. So I'm pretty quick.
Man, that's insane. That's crazy. And so and I'm assuming that you're doing this approach much faster, and you're getting better reviews for your art for it. Would that be correct to say?
Better reviews?
People are enjoying your art more now that you're taking this approach, or do you think more satisfied with?
Oh yeah, no. I've gotten pretty good response from it's a lot of the My Sister Suprema stuff that I was doing and everything. Because so I'm applying some of my the what I do now, the latest stuff was just because I could post My Sister Suprema, so I could show all my coloring techniques and my lettering and my whatever. And so it's getting a better response, and it looks funner, it looks interesting. It's so rather than what I was doing not that what I was doing before was any like just I was still learning. I was just still learning it and everything. But with seasons, with spring, that one that you were showing, I had got to a certain point where I was holding back a bit in my art, and I was using a lot of the dynamic approaches and kind of experimental kind of paneling that I was doing, like that a lot of manga does, and that was pushing me to kind of just be creative with the layouts and stuff and be fun with that. But yeah, so subscribe.
I need to mess with that. I need to mess around with that because that take too long to do a piece. Well, I mean, I like how it comes out at the end, but it's like I think maybe I can cut it down.
Yeah, man, you got some skills, dude. I was noticing that you got some skills, so you can yeah.
Thanks, man. And then, but I feel like if I cut it down, I'm gonna look back at it like this. It's like, man, I could probably put a little bit more lines on that on that building or that chair or that wall or whatever. But
yeah, just get rid of the superfluous. Get rid. It's like whatever's not necessary, just get rid of it. Just that's it. Just and if you got more time, but it just comes with like. But you got to learn that skill. Like what could I place this? It's like whenever I look at it, like. I look at it's John Malin stuff or Shane stuff. It's like the amount of detail, but the way what he places there, it just never seems superfluous. Seems like it's all important.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, definitely.
It is.
Yeah,
hard
that's
stuff.
The question.
But when you got a timer, it's like that's the thing. It's like once you you got to only spend a certain amount of time, so you got to get if you're gonna get paid, you need to pay the bills. Like. So I do this full time, so I can't spend any more time on this. I gotta move on.
Yeah. No, that's true because you put the timer to yourself and you got it, and you're saying, okay, I got this much time. I have to draw this image that you have in your head. What's the most important thing from that image, and then put that on the paper, right? I'm assuming, right? That's how it would work,
right? Well, it's like like in the beginning, it's like you're sketching all this stuff out, and then you're still molding it. You're still molding the page as you're drawing. That's why, like, I have the basics down in the sketch, in the page breakdown, and then as I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I just kind of like, you really have to stop. You got to give yourself a certain amount of time during the day, and to breathe. And I'm not really good at all that. I kind of keep going because if you feel it, you just like, you know what I mean? Like if you can keep going, keep going. But give yourself the day, and see what you can come up with.
Nice. This is John Buscema used to draw with an egg timer next to him.
Yeah, he never erased either.
He
never erased anything.
Yeah, I just don't feel like I'm at that level yet because I'm like I draw something and I was like, no, I could draw it better. I erase it and then okay, this is right. And that'll happen like 4 or 5 times. Like, no, I could draw this leg better. Oh no, wait, it's too short. Oh no, wait, now it's too long. Fuck, it's like that's my whole process, and it takes me forever in the fucking day to get it right. But I'm assuming like with more time, I guess I don't know. Fuck.
Yeah, it'll you see with that, it's just you want to make sure that it's the leg and everything's proportionate and stuff.
Yeah.
But there's just ways to just I don't know. I think in such a 3D kind of way, it's like that. Like that guy, that Asian artist, Kim Jong-un. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Kim Jong-is or whatever his name is, that guy that died.
That dictator? Oh, that's the dictator. Fuck. That's
I know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he's like, he kind of always, he just draws just like kind of randomly. But
that's a different skill, yeah.
Yeah, but I kind of draw in this, I just draw in a weird way. I don't lay down perspective lines. I kind of just think in a perspective way, in a 3D way.
I don't either. Yeah, nice.
And then once it's all kind of sketched out, and then I'll put the perspective. I'll put the 1 point, 2 point perspective. I'm trying to like my terms or something like that. Anyways, but yeah. So I'll just I'll kind of sketch it out first, and I'll work in a weird perspective. I'm like, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, I'll keep messing with it until. But I never put down. I'm never too technical. I'm just trying to get it done.
Yeah.
Kim Jong-gi. There you go. That's
Kim Jong-gi. Yeah, Jong-gi. Yeah, that guy with the glasses. Yeah, I know he's talking about. Yeah. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I don't draw the whole grid out either. Like I seen David Finch do that. I see Ethan do that. They'll draw like all this series of parallel lines. Like I'll draw my horizon line. I'll pick my vanishing points, and then everything has to coincide with those vanishing points. And so like I want a building here, and so I just do the lines according to where I have a different thing. With
me, it's all just a feeling. It's like just a feeling or something like that. It's just like if I can see it, I can, and then yes, like to make sure that like there was multiple times like in anatomic especially was just like I needed to make sure there was lots of buildings, there's a lot of sci-fi stuff. It was just like I needed to make sure that this was, and there was a lot of shots like that where
you got a lot of great stadium shots also, no, and then you just got to be certain understanding to that stuff also.
Yeah, all I did was like I'll look at Shane's books and I'll just see what is he not doing, like, and I'll just do that. So like he didn't do this type of shot, or he didn't do that type of shot, or something like that. And then I kick myself because again this took me 3 days to draw, something. I remember, so it's like, but anyways, but it was worth it. A lot of the shots there were a lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of great work, man. A lot of great stuff, and it's great. It's great to see that. So from Seasons, you jumped on to Joe Frankenstein. Is that how that went?
No, that was My Sister Suprema.
My Sister Suprema, and then
the one,
can you show us?
Yeah, My Sister Suprema.
Yeah,
and you see like this is like, you got one splash page, and then you got 2 more splash pages. It's almost like because this was drawn like a webtoon, and then I had to make it into so everything's just big panels and stuff. So it's pretty good art book. So if anybody wants to pick up My Sister Suprema, so like it was drawn like a webtoon. It was made for Arctoons. Vox Day created Arctoons to kind of compete. And he was the one doing Alt Hero and I forgot that other series. And I started actually working on Alt Hero, but he was really slow with the script. Then I hit up Chuck Dixon, asked him if he had any work for me, and he gave me My Sister Suprema. And the story behind that was that he had been sitting on that for about 15 years. So he couldn't find an artist for that book.
Nice.
Until me.
And he saw your art and he said this would fit the story.
Yep. He said
that's all you did. Like all you did was like, hey Chuck, you got anything for me? And then he just threw something at you. Like, I mean, that's how it works?
That's how it works.
I'm gonna text Chuck. Like, Chuck, Anthony told me that if I tell you that you would give me a project.
He did a video because I didn't know how to, like, he did a video about someone asked, it's Ask Chuck Dixon. And I do recommend listening to that. And he goes, someone asked him, like, how do I find work? Right? What do I say? Or what do I do? Or all that kind of stuff. And he goes, well, before you go do anything, you have to answer these 3 questions. Are you good? Are you available? And like, I always forget the 3rd question, but it's like, are you quick? Or are you fast? Or something like that. Or are reliable? I think it's, are you reliable? And I was questionable on the reliable part. I wasn't sure because I wasn't sure about my turnaround time yet. And I just said yes to all those things. I emailed him and I said, look, you had a video like this. And I said, yes, I'm good. Yes, I'm available. And yes, I'm reliable, or something like that. And I said, here's my portfolio. I draw like this and I can do this style or something like that. And I had just started developing sort of a Disney-ish like kind of style. Like it's a mixture of tight Kobo from Bleach and a Disney style, like a Disney, like old Disney style.
I saw a comment. I saw a comment from I think it was Chris Graves. That he said your artwork looked like I forget his last name.
Chris Graves?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Because I announced the book. And he posted a comment on it. And I was like, hey,
cool.
You're right.
Chris Graves. I do enjoy his art.
Yeah, he's good. He does great art. Yeah, he does great art. Big fan of his work. I would love to promote more of his work, but I just can't because like it's just a me thing. No, I don't like because he's working with his big project right now is Rife and Pain. And I love the project. I love the artwork, but there's satanic symbols all over that thing, and I'm like, man,
yeah.
But that's just the me thing. I'm a bitch like that. Like, I don't know, but I mean, I just can't. No, but I love Chris's work. He's got great work. He did a Turtles piece recently. Knocked that out the park, man.
Yeah, I get a little weirded out by I think it's the occult stuff. I think it's just like that where it's like your certain work, you just feel like you're inviting certain things in.
Yeah, and I'm like, man,
you know, I get what you mean.
I wish you all the best, man, but I'm all right, man.
But yeah.
And if I could find that comic, because he mentioned that your artwork reminds him of a certain artist. I forgot the artist's name, but I was like, yeah, that's true. It's that,
I'd like to know.
Artwork looks. Yeah. There it goes. Simone De Mayo feel to it. Let me get some of his artwork.
It was Kirby that told Ramita to get rid of the fucking eraser. I thought that was Buscema told Ramita or something like that. I thought it was like that.
And this is the artist is Simone Di Maio. I think he's Italian. But I was looking at his artwork and I was like, yeah, this looks like something Anthony would do. That kind of vibe to it. I dig it. But I dig the artwork. Great stuff. Great stuff, man. Wait, hold on. Let me bring up this post. He says you draw like shit. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it has a Simone De Mayo vibe. Yeah. Yeah, so now this project that you're showing us now, this is your artwork. This is this is 100% Anthony's. You're writing and you're nice.
Writing and drawing it. Yep.
And is it called Daydream Continuum or is it called Stranger on Earth?
No, it's Stranger on Earth. Daydream Continuum is just my publishing or Daydream Continuum Comics, like DC Comics. I know I kind of messed myself up with like that, and I'm like, how am I going to do this? But I've got to figure it out. But yeah, so it's Stranger on Earth.
Nice. And so, what can you tell us about it? This because so far you've only shown off this one piece.
Yeah.
And so, is that and then you got some character art I'm going to show off also. Hold on, let me here we go. This is what you showed off.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let me bring this up better. Hold on. Tell us about it. Give us the pitch.
So, Stranger on Earth it's about a disgraced former cop. He's trying to save his marriage, and he stops to help a man whose pregnant wife has vanished after a car crash in the forest. And so, before dawn, his own wife is taken, and he is forced back into a case that nearly destroyed them both. So that's sort of like the elevator pitch. And it's a detective story-ish. It's a hard-boiled, semi-procedural conspiracy horror. So there's like a what's up?
No, like what? Wait, say it again.
Yeah. It's okay. So hard-boiled, semi-procedural conspiracy horror. Because I say semi-procedural because there's a case going on. Like he's trying to figure out like. Because he's brought back into it. He's trying to get away. So the whole story starts out with them. They're in the forest because they're getting away from it all. And so as soon as they're going out there, they're about to get there. There's someone on the road. There's someone on the road asking for help. So his wife. They got into a car crash. His wife left his wife in the car. They're just whatever he needs help. And so as the story goes forward, you're kind of like, okay, he's got some instincts here. He's got some things about him. You're noticing this or that's coming out of the story about him being a cop. And then the wife's not the wife's not there. And then eventually, as the story goes on, his own wife is missing. The main character, his wife is missing, and then he's just forced back into the whole like thing that he was trying to get away from. So, but how?
Crazy.
It's like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the whole mystery about it. So I say semi-procedural because I'm not that smart about, procedural like detective stories, but the hard-boiled stories are kind of like they're more about your thoughts on the corruption and the lies, the lies and the moral corruption and stuff. And so you're kind of like, if you like John D. McDonald kind of stuff, where there's kind of like a lot of philosophizing about it, but there's kind of a case and a mystery going on, but there's a lot of stuff about the world, about the moral rot, about why this happened and all that kind of stuff and how it affects you and how you see the world and stuff. And so that's kind of like, so that's kind of what it is,
Man,
and it's got, and in the background, it's kind of has this Ultraman kaiju mythology going on behind it. So going on.
I love the design of this, man. This is amazing. I love that.
Yeah, that's the homunculus that we're gonna I'll introduce in the story.
Homunculus?
Yeah, it's just a deformed kind of version of an Ultraman. And these are the creatures they'll come across eventually throughout the story.
Your homunculus is showing. Yeah, I dig it, man. That's awesome. I like the design for this character. That's a great design.
Yeah, there's some
and great force perspective right here. This is great. I love this. This is great.
Yeah, I'm like it's. I just like. I always like the plain titles. Like in the. I wanted to come up with a way to do the title, but I think I'm just gonna do it just like standard lettering like that.
Yeah.
Because it looks cool.
Yeah, when you got this crazy background, the force perspective, the rain, and all this texture going around it, that simple just comes out. It contrasts the art like incredibly. No, I dig that. I like that. I do like John D. McDonald.
Yep.
And what conspiracies will the story explore? As our good friend Benjamin Soto.
I don't know.
You got to sign up to find out.
Yeah, you gotta find out. It's just I don't know how to like.
This means that Anthony doesn't know himself yet. He's just figuring it out.
Yeah, it's like partially true, but I got it all. It's all planned out. It's just like it's gonna be. I guess this is like something like I'll probably just kind of continue to ask like the group guys or something like that, like about what as a first project or something like that, like because I'll want to do this pretty long, but I was reading a story. It was from Image. It was Ultra Mega, and that's also one of the, like inspired for this story. But he did like a first issue, and like every issue after that was like 45 to 60 pages. It was like he did it like that, almost like in little paperback volumes or something. And I thought that was pretty cool. That I'll probably do something like that, like something real short.
Is that how many pages you got planned for this? 45, 60 pages?
Yeah, I'm just I gotta still ask some questions about how I'm gonna do that, because I'm kind of like the way I want to tell this story it's kind of like slow moving in a way. But are you familiar with like do you read manga or anything?
No, I've been
say it like no. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
no.
I don't object to it because like I grew up with American comics. I grew up with the 90s Jim Lee, Todd McFarlane, all these guys, and then I was introduced to Final Fantasy, and then I was introduced to Dragon Ball, and like those two IPs just completely blew my mind away. And then I find out this is anime. This is like a whole new other culture going on, and I would like to get involved with it and learn more about it, because I do my artwork, and several times people have said that there's some kind of anime influence in my art, and I'm like, where? Like, because I've grown up with American comics, but I guess it permeated into my art from because I'm a big fan of Final Fantasy. I'm a big fan of Dragon Ball. I enjoy that stuff, and I like what blew me away with Dragon Ball to this day is like the action scenes, because I didn't see anything like that at the time in Marvel, And but when I saw like Goku and Frieza and all this shit, I was like, this is great. And so I'm assuming that it permeated into my art style. And so when I draw, I try to bring that stuff out. And now I'm finding out that there's a bunch of other manga and anime stuff. I heard you mentioned One Piece. I've heard that one before. Bleach. I keep hearing Berserk. And some other titles. Akira, I think, is a classic, but I've never read any of that stuff. No, so what would you? And I keep asking people, like, what would you recommend? Like, if I wanted to, if you wanted to convert me and take me to the dark side, what would you recommend as like my gateway drug into the world of manga? It's manga, right? Manga. The comic is manga, right?
Yeah,
I think anime is cartoons.
Yeah, anime. Yeah, it's the cartoon, and then you have manga. If you want to try anything, like the thing that got me in, like, because I was just trying to find something that I liked. So you kind of like, okay, what do I like? What kind of genres do I like? Then grab a book, grab something that's like either well known, and then just kind of read that. For me, what got me into it, I thought Death Note. Death Note. I'm like, let me pick up Death Note. I kind of like the art's cool. It's like I like the horror vibe to this. I like the story. The story sounds interesting. Let me read it. I read that. It blew my mind. I couldn't believe.
Nice.
I was like, I had not read any manga before. I think it was like only like Dragon Ball Z comics, or like I picked up like back in the 90s or something. And then I think Death Note just kind of changed the game. I was like, I had never seen anybody write a story this way, like where it's like a page turner. It's just like the way it's like slow moving in a way, but also the action, the rising action, like how it just, when I turned a page, I never felt my stomach drop, where I was like, what? I was like shocked, or I got scared or something like that. But this is just like, it's not that. See, the thing is that like I didn't grow up like reading like American comics. I didn't grow up reading it. I collected them. I eventually started reading them, but I didn't have like a comic book friend that was kind of helping me, or anybody that was into it like I was. So I was kind of always alone on that. And then I got manga, and then because I just wanted something to read, and I read it, and then I just went into this whole thing. It was just, yeah. So this was like when I was like around, like, I think it was around like, I don't know, 2008 or something like that. 2009, I'm not sure, somewhere around that time. Anyways, and then so I would recommend Death Note. It's just because it's so fast paced. It's such a good mystery. Such a the ideas that this guy comes up with, like I never expected it. Like, it's almost like
the creator.
Yeah, the guy. The creators of it. The writer, like the way the cat and mouse kind of game. How is he going to get out of this? Like, you feel like you're written into a corner. Like, there's no way. And then it's like, it will just blow your mind every single time. Like, these two minds going at it back and forth in this, like, he's about to get caught. Oh, what is he going to do? How is he going to, and then you can't believe that he did that to get to him. And then anyways, and it's just, and then it all culminates to this one, and whatever, but it's a short read. It's like 12 volumes or something like that, compared to other series like Berserk or Dragon, goes on forever. I'm just saying, you want a short, sweet one. Death Note is pretty much a good, famous, but also very good. I think you should try that out. And then after that, they have another series that they do. Same duo, the artist and the writer. They do. It's called Bakuman, and it's about a writer and an artist and creating manga.
That's the story of the comic.
Yeah, dude, that's it.
Oh.
And it's like, but it's written in such a way like it's a Dragon Ball Z thing. Like I got to draw this page, and it's going to be like, it's going to destroy you. It's like, no, but I'm going to do this panel, and then I'm going to add this element, and it's like how they do it. It's that's what it was. Just good storytelling, good writing. And
do you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Finish your idea. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, I was going to say that we were. This was kind of leading into a question before that. I forgot the question before, but yeah,
I did too.
That's all I was going to say. Yeah. But yeah, go on.
No, and I was gonna ask you, like, do you think that that anime or sorry, manga in this case is influenced from American comics? Do you find
yeah.
like elements or story beats that they catch from?
They take it all from American. It's like because I was like when I was going through manga, I was reading and reading and reading, and then I would go, well, what do they think? Like I want to go and go, what influenced them? Like what are they reading? Like what are they getting this from? And then you go back and then they're posting stuff from old American comics, like old artists from the 80s or 70s, and like their influences are from a lot of the artists back in the in American comic books. So and not a lot of modern artists. It's always old artists, like either early 90s, 80s, 70s, or something like that. Even earlier than that they're
stuff from their childhood, I would assume. No?
Yeah, so it's just like they're mentioning stuff about that all the time. And then I start seeing, and then that's where Graham Nolan and Chuck showed me through their, some of their comic book history about, and then I found all these artists, and I'm like, oh, that's like this, that's like this. So I was totally into manga and Japanese comics, and then Chuck and Graham got me back into American comic books, and I'm talking about like I'm still trying to just remember names and stuff because I just can't get this stuff, all the things that I want. But they got me into all that stuff, and so now I'm trying to like almost like I have this combination of American, Japanese stuff influencing my comics all the time. But yeah,
because this one thing, like this, because I had this, I guess you would call it an epiphany or some shit like that. But like, I draw and I want to draw American style comics, but like I mentioned earlier, like I draw and then just when I try to do myself, like draw my own stuff, like my own version, my own way into the art, people say that it's anime influenced, and so. And so I hear that, and my first gut reaction is like a knee-jerk reaction, like, wait, I don't want to draw that. I don't want to. Keep me away from the manga. Keep me away from the weeb shit. Like I want cool '90s comics. Rob Liefeld, fuck yeah, no. And I want to do that artwork, no. But then I'm thinking to myself, well, if I take that approach, I could probably like be missing out on so many great things that's out there, no. And so I feel that that Western comics, American comics in general, might have that similar approach, that knee-jerk approach that I had. That no, keep me away from all this manga shit. Manga's kicking our ass in Western comics, but we have to find a way to counter that. But let's not interact with it. So I'm trying to I would like to flip the script and then indulge myself into that shit and see what they're doing. Because I mean, I could take a lot of things from what I see and then bring it over here and then add our little flair and pizzazz to it and then make something new. And then and so what you just told me just now kind of leads me to believe that could be a possibility, that they're taking influence from American comics. Why not flip the script and then take influence from them and then make something better than they would, essentially, So I think it's great, to I'm gonna pick up that Death Note. I'm gonna see how many volumes you say it is.
It's like 12. I mean, you could probably buy it all in one book or something like that. Now the thing's so huge, it's like you can do all that stuff. But
she said. I got you. Yeah, 12 volumes. Is it? So I'll try to pick that up because I do want to read it. I do want to. I think there's a lot of stuff in there that we can pull away from. A lot of action. That's what
I just try to do. It's like I don't want to draw in that. It's like manga. When people say manga style, I know what they're referring to, like the big eyes and goofiness and
speed lines everywhere.
But it's more than that. It's like there's a whole work ethic to it. That people just don't like. They're not understanding about that. So when people say manga style, I'm working in a manga style, but I'm not doing their eyeball. It's an American style. It's just like I work within a like they have American face. I draw their noses. I draw their eyes. I draw all that stuff. They're a little bit more cartoony. It's a little Disney-esque in the eyes, but it's an American, like you'll see like their faces. I draw everything out. So if you see that in Anatomic, you can see that in Joe Frankenstein Part 3. You can see that even in which is like more cartoony stuff. But I do, because I'm drawing kids in My Sister Suprema. The kids are going to be more like big-eyed and stuff like that. More kid-like. But the adults in there are going to be like, looking like adults and stuff, but still cartoony.
Yeah. Like for example, this piece you're showing right here, it's not something that I would typically find in a DC comic or a Marvel comic. Like that actually that frame you have.
Yeah.
That it's not, it's very reminiscent of something that I've seen like in manga, so I see the influence there, and it's great. Like it looks great. So I gotta tap into that because I feel like I'm missing out.
Yeah, you gotta. It's like you gotta do the. It's just challenge. It's just like I constantly stress myself out, and I'm just challenging myself every single time I approach something. I'm probably unnecessarily doing it, but I just kind of do it just to kind of work out that muscle that I'm trying to kind of get that vision, because it's like all the guys that I'm like that I'm here in the Comicsgate Kings. It's like like when I get above last place, I'm stunned. I'm like, I should be in last place always, because I'm like, compared to their skill, like of comics, like when it comes to comics and stuff, it's like I'm trying to get to this comics level when everything, because like everything about my book is like the way I draw, the way I approach it is like movie based almost. It's like I feel like it's like I'm not there yet, ever. So I'm trying to constantly do something different, but I'm trying to be a comic artist, and it's
I noticed like for example that shot, you always do the up shots, and it mainly keeps joking about that. Like you do, like for example, this one up shot you did of R2D2 and C3PO. That's like a great movie visual. That other shot you did with my sister Suprema with the cell phone, and then that reaction that you did, that's a great visual. That's not something really that you would find in comics. No, that other piece. No, I think I was going to mention that piece where you have Darkseid choking the crap out of Sister Suprema.
Yeah,
that does look comic-y in that sense. No, but I get what you're saying. No, and the guy that keeps knocking me away is Aaron Lopresti. Like the artwork that he does and the time that he does it and the detail that he does it, that's insane. No, so but the guy draws every day. I mean, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Crazy talent. Do you feel, Anthony? Do you feel that you belong in CG Kings? Do you feel happy there? Do you feel like this is where I'm glad to be here? How do you feel? How did you feel getting that news that you're going to get brought on to the King Show?
I mean, like, yeah, I'm happy to be there, and I'm like, when I got the news, I was excited. I felt like it's too soon. No, I don't belong there. No, I don't. I think ever since then, I've been trying to work on this story ever since I've been on there. So, because like I had been working on this story already for it's been years. It hasn't been recently until I got the news, till I got on to be a CG King, that I was like, I need to pull my weight. I need to do something. I can't. They need, it's like they need help, when it comes to like hosts and shows and stuff like that. But also it's like we need to get books done. We need to get, or it's like, we need to get good books done. And so I've been really trying to work at this to make it good. I didn't want to just do anything, and so
definitely.
So I don't feel like I guess the feeling is just like, I'm not trying to go like, oh, Anthony. I'm just saying that, like, it's just, I'm there with the guys that I grew up with, like, reading. And it's great. Crazy. It's just crazy. Yeah. And they like my art. Wow. Okay. Great. I'm really happy about all that. It's overwhelming. You know what I mean? But, it's, I'm like,
I like that you're there. I like that. I think you bring good stuff to the table. I like this, the artwork that you do. Great stuff. I personally think you do belong there. You got a lot of great books under your belt, and then you got a lot of great experience and stuff. So I'm glad to see you there, and hopefully you're there for the long run. And you don't Rob Hunter us, or you don't what else? Or you don't Jimmy Reyes us, or you don't Liam Gray us, or you don't India. Hey, hang out with us, man.
Yeah, no.
And
I'll be a lifer. I'm a lifer, so
yeah, awesome stuff, man.
But I mean, it's just words until you just. It's just words until the actions prove otherwise.
Yeah. That's exactly how it goes. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I had like for example, I got these people in the chat and they're here, and I can't say like I can't say that Marcus is going to be down with me forever, or that Cole is going to be down here, or Ben. No, like I had a guy in the chat, Dennis. He was in the chat every day, but now he's not in the chat anymore. So it's like people are down with you until they're not. No, you're CG until you're not. No, so I hear you. I hear you. And Will says here, you have to understand with anime, the most popular ones in America were made for kids in Japan. You need to go in with low expectations and just enjoy it. Do you agree with that? Low expectations.
The most popular. What was that? The comment that
the most popular ones in America were made for kids in Japan. He says were made for kids. You need to go in with low expectations and just enjoy it. I don't know. Like I hear, for example, like what Ethan said about Chainsaw Man, that he wanted to enjoy it, but it was just some goofy ass shit, and he's like, "No, this isn't for me."
Chainsaw Man.
Low expectations, I guess.
I'm like, yeah, it's kind of like with everything. You kind of go into anything with like, I don't know. It's either the low expectations part. It's like, no, I mean, I want to read something good and I want to watch something good. I just say give it a chance, and you just read it and see if it hooks you. I mean, like that's just with anything. It's just like you read it, see if it hooks you. Like if it's just so grotesque and so like disgusting. I mean, like someone mentioned to read Gantz, and I'm just like, I don't read Gantz. Like
Dance?
So
dance?
Yeah, it's called Gantz. It's GANTZ. I can't recommend. I cannot recommend that. I've read it. I think it's like it's a really good like story. Like story wise, it's done well. But I cannot recommend it to anyone because it's just so gross and like it's so nihilistic. It's so sometimes it just leaves you with such like you just feel you just feel gross like because it could be like that. Berserk was very different. It's very different from Gantz, but Gantz is I can never recommend it. You just walk and do it at your own pace. Like if you come across and you want to read it, that's you. Okay,
at your own discretion. Yeah.
I mean,
don't blame me.
And Berserk is pretty good, but I would read. Someone's mentioning Vagabond. I would read Vagabond more than I guess it's like I would recommend. Vagabond's one of my favorite. I have like all the books up there and all that kind of stuff, and I love Vagabond.
Yeah.
And but anyways, but the I go into this. I read Chainsaw Man. I was just kind of going through all of them. I read them and see if they kind of get me. Chainsaw Man had probably one of the best first chapters that I've ever read, and like I just really did enjoy that, and I kind of hooked me into the story because I was reading all the main ones, like there's Jujutsu Kaisen or Dan. Chainsaw Man is probably the better written out of all those, and I don't know what that's saying. It's not saying like not saying much probably because the guy has this, it's like when you do read it, he is just like he is autistic. He is like it seems like that, and he's got a screw loose. But there is much to the story of Chainsaw Man that kind of keeps you going, and then he just totally fucked up that ending. He totally just he wrote himself. It's another one of those things where you go, the enemies on all sides, and here's the guy, and you don't care what happens. You're like now your hero, quote unquote, is sort of like he's morally ambiguous. It's amoral. I don't even care. And then you got all the bad guys, you got all the questionable dudes, like all circling you. Okay, now what do you do? It's like at this point, it's like, what's going to happen? You're like, okay, here we go. And then he just totally did a cop out ending. I totally fucking hated that ending. I was so mad, so mad with that. I got all the way through, and I was enjoying it for about half the series, and then after that, I was just kind of like, I guess I'll go through it. It kind of it gets my ideas rolling. I'm not, it's not, my story's not going to be anything like anything resembling that kind of stuff, that kind of writing or whatever, or characters. But Chainsaw Man was a huge disappointment at the end. It was huge.
Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah. So anyway,
that sucks. And then
I don't know why I started talking about Chainsaw Man, but yeah.
No, I brought it up. That's all.
Yeah.
And then Will says One Piece is amazing, but people have a hard time with the scope, and they don't like how silly it is, so they don't stick around for the big payoffs. And then Scotsman says, "Did someone say manga?"
Yeah, One Piece. I just would. I did collect it. I was enjoying it for a very long time. I think when I got up to a certain arcs, it's just so there's so much exposition. Is that what it is? Just so much writing. There's so many backstories. Eventually, I don't give a shit what anybody's talking about, and I just had to stop reading it. I don't care. None of this is interesting. No one's saying anything that's interesting. There's too many storylines going on, and I just stopped. I just stopped doing it. I think I got up to like I got up to a part where it was like this, that one of the main villains he was fighting was Don Flamingo, and probably somebody knows in the chat what I'm talking about. But I got up to that and I just stopped reading. I could not go any further. It's so dragged out. It's so long.
One Piece?
One Piece, yes.
Huh.
Yeah. But it's really good in the beginning for a good long time. It's like very good for a long time. You really will like it. I don't care about how goofy it is. I don't care. It's a good
Maybe
cartoon.
Will didn't get to that part yet.
What's up?
Maybe Will didn't get to that part yet because he's saying it's amazing. Maybe he didn't get to that part where you got.
Well, I know people who've like read all the way through and like, I don't know how. I just don't.
Wow.
It's
interesting.
There's just so much to read that's just unnecessary and it's just very boring. And I had to skim all the time. But you do enjoy the art. The art is very good, and the story is very good up until a certain point for One Piece. But
nice. Yeah, interesting. And then see, here we have a comment from Roy. He's just the nicest guy around, just the sweetest of hearts. And Roy says today's anime is for girls, gays, and pedophiles. Okay,
there's a lot of truth.
Oh,
there's a lot of truth to that.
Yeah, that's like for example, I think this would like really encapsulate what I'm trying to say about Westerns and Americans, like, and their sentiment towards anime. Like, oh God, it's connected to gays, girls, and pedophiles. Keep me away from it. But I think there could be something out there that was worth rescuing. Not something that could catch our attention.
There's like a couple. There's like stories that I have that like yes, you have to. When you're parsing through it, you're going through it and you're reading, and then you come across, you're just like, wow, this is drawn so fucking well. Good. Wow, this is so, oh, what the fuck? And then you're just like, that's how it is all the time. And then you throw it down, you throw it away. But then if you keep if you keep reading, you do become one of the, it's like, that's the whole thing, is that I don't interact with anybody who likes manga because they just look how you know they're going to look. They look like that, like you just, or they act like that. And you're just like, you don't want to talk to them. And so when I find normal people who read it or something like that, it's generally the stuff that they're reading is old stuff, or they're really kind of, it's like old manga or old stories, or it's never really anything new. And it's very selective.
Man,
they kind of really,
I'm starting to think
like I have.
I'm starting to think that I may not like manga. Oh man, well, but I'll start with Death Note, and then I would like to read Berserk eventually. Akira, I heard of.
Akira, I would just, Akira's great. Yeah, I love Akira. I do enjoy that book. It's always right next. It was always right next to me when I was drawing.
Nice.
And then Death Note is good. Yeah.
Furries like new anime. Oh man, they got fours. Yeah, they got that stuff in there. And then Roy has a heart of gold. Hello, Roy. Oh, my wife's in the chat. She says, "I hate Ryuk. He haunts my dreams. The Death Note demon."
Such a great character. Such a great design for a character.
Man,
good design. Love that character. Such a creepy looking character.
What's up, Pity Ma? Yeah, that's an iconic design. Like you recognize him right off the bat. No, he is creepy. I like the thing that he did with his eyes is something that I wanted to capture for my creature. But it was crazy because I had never heard about that Death Note thing when I designed my character, and then I see it. I was like, oh shit, it looks. I like that idea is there. And great stuff, man. Yeah, anime is much like Thailand. You think it's a girl. Fucking A.
Yeah, it's a good point. It's like every single time I'm just trying to find something wholesome, something that's just like, sometimes it's even what's that called? It's like anyways, I forget the phrase, but you just gotta find something, just some read, because usually I like some of these, like some of the romantic comedy type of ones are kind of funny, but some of them are just like a majority of them are really garbage because no one knows how to write, high school people or something like that, or even young people, whatever. But it's older stories. They actually did a way better job of that. So you read all these old stories, like you find yourself reading like one of my favorite manga is Slam Dunk, and it's about high school basketball. But it's written so well, and it's so different from any manga humor. It's the humor is so spot on. It's so funny. And then you read because then you read other manga that try to be funny and do jokes and stuff like that. It doesn't land. I don't get it. I'm like, why is this funny? Who thinks this is funny? And then like somebody in the chat said it's made for Japanese kids, but I'm like, this is what they think is funny. Like this is funny. And then you have Slam Dunk, which was made back in the early '90s or something, and the humor and the dynamics between and there's nothing like perverted in it like they have all the time. It's free from all that. But the story is written so well and so different. I've never been able to find something close to it other than like maybe Bakuman, the guys who did like Death Note. That there's humor, actual like laugh out loud humor, actually good humor in it, and in
Bakuman.
Yeah, but it's very rare. It's like if I find something that's actually funny, like I don't know, I can't think of any other anime that's like, or I'm sorry, manga that's come up that's actually funny and written well in such a way where the joke lands. It's written well to a point where the joke lands or something. It's like a good joke, good humor based off of the characters. There's actual humor rather than just like slapstick comedy or weird faces and shit. So yeah, so Slam Dunk is pretty much probably the only one I've ever I would say that it's like written well like that. Like the humor comes out of the story and the characters,
Nice.
But
yeah, Scribe agrees. Slam Dunk is huge. But yeah, also shout out to my beautiful wife. I'm glad that she's in the chat. Love her so much. Shout out to my wife.
Shout out the wife.
I usually get her in the chat because she's at work, but great to see her tuning in. And don't forget, guys, hit that like button. I need to get Vagabond. I heard good things. Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of great things from that too. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna share it with Roy. See what he thinks. It says, "Have the corrupted Sentai with their feminine minds? Have they corrupted Sentai with their?" I don't know what that means. He says, "My first anime was Ninja Scroll. A friend told me if you like superheroes, I like this, so I put it in my watch with my 10-year-old big brother. Big mistake.
Big mistake.
Oh
yeah."
Yeah, they just is this too much nudity or something like that?
I can't remember Ninja Scroll. I'm just saying I'm relating to the situation where I have put in stuff where I thought it looked cool, and then you watch it and it's probably something. It can go either to the more grotesque, it can get so ultra violent, or suddenly there's some sex scene that you just like, what the fuck? Like it just, or just the weird like perversion stuff. It's just, you just kind of, yeah.
I'm of the mind that sex scenes are unnecessary in any media to tell any story. What do you think of that?
Yeah, no, I would say that I don't think I've ever seen one. I don't think I've ever watched a movie or TV show where it was actually necessary for any sex scene whatsoever.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah, I don't. Yeah,
it's I don't know. I just I don't know. I don't know.
Because if the idea to the story is that the viewer needs to know that they did it, you can insinuate it. No, or if if
there's always another way.
If they love each other, you can insinuate it. No, there's always like this. It's completely unnecessary. I don't need to see that. I don't need to see that guy's junk. I don't need to see
and I'm not opposed. Prudes. Yeah, I'm not opposed to like. I guess the only defense is like I'm just not opposed to. Yeah, it's full of nudity. That's right. Okay, so
I may not enjoy that.
Yeah, it's like I'm not opposed to sexiness. I'm not opposed to like all that kind of stuff. It's like those types of like scenes and stuff. But yeah, it's just the claim. It's just the argument. It's like, has there ever been in a movie
I don't
or
think that
whatever
that's never
where
happened.
they actually show the sex, they actually show the lovemaking or something like that in a movie, and was it ever a purpose to it, unless you've insinuated to it or something like that.
Did it ever? Yeah. Did it ever
You
move
could,
the story
or you
forward?
could just insinuate it. You could just move on to the
Yeah.
next scene. You know, like, has there ever been anything like that? And then,
Yeah.
yeah. So, anyways,
Yeah, I agree. And Roy, wait, you've seen anime? This is my first anime. You've seen anime, Roy? And then are you into what? What are you going to be a furry soon? No, Roy, don't go down that hole, man. He says my first anime was Prince Planet, then G-Force and Space Cruiser Yamato. Oh, I'm surprised that you've actually seen anime. Oh, hey, Roy's a
Yeah,
weeb. Good,
yeah,
good
it
for
sounds like a
Roy.
bunch of, it's just like old stuff. Like old stuff's a lot. It's like a lot better written, a lot better animation. But then sometimes it's like there's a lot of nudity or in those, those like shows and stuff like that. But yeah.
Yeah, Scribe's trying to get me in trouble. He says, Elliot, it's amazing. Ninja Scroll is one of the best animes. You got to check it out. I'm not checking it out. I've already heard enough. Or I may. I don't know. I'll see what. I'll take a look at page 1, and then if I can make it past, then I'll continue. And so, Anthony, here we have some artwork that you shared. Also, some. I would assume this is like character concept art that you shared of your 2 main characters.
Yep.
Hold on, let me bring this up properly, and tell us about them.
So it's Johanna and Walter Tone. They're married. They're the ones you're going to be introduced right into them in the beginning there, into the story, and they're on their way to their home that's in the forest. That's like what you're getting out there, and they're kind of based off of just different things. I guess I was like, that I was influenced by. I was trying to think of all the things that when I was younger. I'm like, oh, I like the X-Files. I was thinking Mulder and Scully in a way, but they're not.
Yeah, I get that vibe.
They're not detectives. They're both former cops, and so I just kind of had to bring that out with whatever. But the inspiration and stuff. These designs, like it's like Joanna is pretty much set. Like Walter,
yeah.
He's kind of too much still blending in with the background. It's going to be kind of dark, whatever. So I'm probably going to make him blonde, more of a blonde than dark haired and stuff like that. And it's like I'm always kind of just selecting with his color design, just to kind of not blend in. He's got to be separated from the forest in the dark setting and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but Joanna's pretty much I think that's going to be her. That's done with him. It's a little bit different there. But yeah, so he's kind of mean. He's kind of based off of the past and stuff, as you're going to find out. He's kind of he's got that cop mind where he's just kind of focused on the case. He's kind of always was focused on the case, and now he can't be focused on the case. He's got to work on the marriage, and she's always been she's known like this is it. This is like I'm with a cop, and I'm married, and it's and then what they went through, as you're going to find out throughout the story, she's kind of like she's at the point where she's kind of at that point where she can just leave, like she wants to leave, but wow. So this is kind of it's a real. As I was writing the story, I don't pick a theme and then write to the theme. I kind of just write until something emerges. And so it kind of marriage. It was kind of about marriage and forgiveness and stuff. So it was like those are the kind of like the themes that kind of emerged throughout the story about monsters. And so the monsters has a huge theme in this whole thing about being a monster, forgiveness, all that kind of stuff. So I'll be exploring that kind of stuff. So that's who they are. That's where they're at right now, and you're going to see. Throughout the story, you'll see, more of their backstory, I guess. And I'm trying to, what else can I say without spoiling it or something? But yeah.
No, I got you. That's always the issue. No, you want to say so much, but then you're gonna ruin the whole thing for everybody. No, is this how far you go with like your character concept pieces? Or
no, there's more. I'm gonna start giving out more and more, just like drawings and stuff that I have. But yeah,
Like what I mean, like, because I normally like I think Marvel the way they do it is they got the front side and they do the back side and left facing side, right facing side, the
yeah.
headshot, 3/4 angles. Like, are you going to do all that for one character, or are you okay with just something like this?
I'm fine with this. As I'm drawing, I'll draw
Yeah.
the side and the back, and I'll, as I'm going to do it. Usually, if I get a good
Yeah.
like kind of 3/4 side view kind of thing or front view, it's like I
Yeah.
usually do a 3/4 front view, and then I do a front, just a regular front view like this. So I have
Yeah.
those, and then maybe like I'll do things where how does he look when he smiles or something, like because
Yeah.
I got to brighten him up a bit at some point in the story. I'm like, how is he going to look like that? And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll go through a couple of sketches, and I usually almost by my first or second attempt at character design, like I'm like I'm pretty set because I've went through a lot of character design kind of thinking for a long time, and so I'm like I'm pretty set with these.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, because I see those character sheets. No, they have the front, the back, and I get it. No, but in my case, now I think to myself, well, I'm the artist. I know what this character looks like, and so I have the image in my head. No, but I did character pieces for my characters also, not as how they normally do it. All I did was just something like this, just the front side of it, just so I know exactly where some of the details are. Because what I absolutely hate is, like, for example, like inconsistencies in the artwork. Like, for example, like this guy's got a jacket on, and so for example, in one panel he'll roll up one sleeve, and then you look at the next panel, and then the artist did the other sleeve. Or like I hate those inconsistencies. It's a pet peeve of mine. No, but so I want to, or just designs like wait, that's not supposed to be there, or this is supposed to be like this. So I do those so that I don't fall into those. I try not to fall into those design flaws and stuff like that because I hate.
It always just depends. Yeah, it depends on the character. I mean, these ones are just pretty simple. That's all I really wanted it to be, but I wanted them to kind of stand out a bit. And then also it was just like I was making her white and redhead because a lot of it comes into where I'm just thinking of white redheaded characters in media. Like it's just sort of because that's the ones that are going to be gender swapped or race swapped and stuff. And and they're always going to be all my characters, all the females are always going to be beautiful and sexy or something.
I got you.
Again, it's always like a anti-feminist thing. Like I'm trying to implement or something. And also the men are going to be like tall and it's like tough looking or something. And and so
there's no gay characters on my comic, for example.
Yeah,
so,
no,
I don't know. I don't know what happened on the Earth, because I created my own planet, like so miraculously on this planet there's no gays. So I don't know. You guys make of that what you will. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not drawing any of that stuff. And Arturo says you need to do character sheets, Elliot, to stay on model. Yeah, that's exactly my intent. Like I want to do the character sheets so I can stay on point with the character designs. But like I mean. Yeah, I get what you're saying, because I mean I know what the back looks like. I draw the front, I know what the back looks like, I know what the side looks like. I'm all right.
Yeah, for like anatomic, I had to do a front, side, and then back view or something like that for my character sheets. I think for like one, it's like if it's characters that are just like not going to be there, I just kind of like I did that for Shane's. I did that for 232 Beast Mode. I just came up with a front view, and then that was it. And then I just kind of made it up because they're just not going to see the character all that much. And so, it always just depends. It depends on the character there. But also, I try not to be. I just with the character design, I just try to be as simple as I can, And I got it in my head, I guess, too. I guess I'm always just thinking about like I got to get to fucking work. I got to do this. I gotta
true.
Draw. I can't spend forever on character sheets or something, and you gotta stay. Yes, you should definitely, like when it comes down to it, stay on model, because I generally do all sorts of different challenges to myself, when I'm drawing. So anyways.
Yeah, I hear you. And I hear Ryan saying the same about do character turns. Yeah, I agree. I'm not knocking that stuff at all because I think it's important. For that point. But yeah, don't be lazy. You have to do it once. I'll do it.
No, I'm saying be lazy. Gotta get to work.
Yeah. And
I don't want to think too much about it.
yeah,
But I'm not knocking it either. My thing is just like I gotta get it. Here's the character design. I'm like, all right. If I get paid, if I'm doing character design stuff, I do a turnaround. But for my own stuff, for my own whatever. But anyways.
Yeah, because I know he's got a jacket. You know what's how difficult can the back be? You know, I was like, this is the backside of a jacket, and I was like,
but then sometimes too, like I guess I think about that. I guess I go, oh, this was like I should have done this with the back of the jacket, or I don't know. Like I find cool designs for the back of the jacket, like whatever, like the hem, the sewing. There's something there, something
unique with that character. Yeah, that's also true.
It's good to remember, but yeah,
it's a learn the lesson for the day from the sweetheart of Comicsgate, Roy. You know, do your models. And Anthony, so you got the sign up list going on now.
Yes.
When are you planning on launching?
I don't know. No. Maybe it's like it could be in a month or two. I'm just trying to really get the art down and get enough out just for the campaign. I was really spending a lot of time writing this thing, and I'm like, okay, and then I had some drawings, I had some stuff, and I'm like, okay, I'm just when I get some stuff ready, I guess it's like I'll launch it, but it'll be, but my timer is like, it's like it could be a month or two, but nothing beyond 2 months. So nothing beyond that. So it's in the next 2 months or so.
I was about to say the opposite. I was about to say the opposite. I was about to say, like, if it's possible, try to extend it as much as you can. Because, like, for example, the sign up list is everything. You know, it's like if you have like 300, 400, 500 people on the sign up, then you have an idea of what your funding goal should be. Right. So I personally, I will obviously respect everything you do know, but if I could recommend, try to extend it maybe 3 months, 2 months, or something like that, so more people can sign up.
Yeah,
I'll throw this out there every week on the show also to get people to remember that stuff because
nice.
Sign up is important. Sign up is important. Launch day is important. Whenever you have your launch day, please tell us, like, with a lot of time in advance so we can build up hype for it and then get people excited for the book.
Right.
And then for example, those 24-hour covers, 72-hour covers, those are very important. Like if you got something, like if you got like a nice perk, like for the first day backers or on launch day, you know, I would highly recommend that stuff because
I gotta ask everybody just kind of like some ideas about all that stuff about, you know, covers and, you know, because I'm just thinking about printing covers, printing multiple different covers or printing multiple different things. And I'm like, you know, how does that look? And I've never done it yet. So I'm like, all right, so I'm going to be like,
can I give you some, can I say something about that?
Yeah, sure.
Like, I don't mean to knock anybody and I love everybody, but for example, like I took a look at, and guys, all sincerity, I'm not trying to knock anybody, but I took a look at Joe Sontag's campaign page. And the guy on there, for example, Joe's got like 16, 15 different covers. And me personally, I think that's a lot. So, and I think maybe I think maybe 2 or 3 covers might be like the sweet spot. Especially, I don't know. I'm thinking, I'm at least thinking that with how I hear people say that with today's economy, people are not really backing so much. I think, you know, if you see that people are having that kind of reaction to things, then I think it may be a good idea. 2 covers, 3 covers, something like that. No, it's just Roy says 4 variants is too much. Yeah, I think maybe 1 or 2, maybe a third, because like you could do like 2 covers and then like a 24-hour cover you get on launch day or something like that. I personally think that would probably be the best way to approach it because you do have people that collect everything, but when everything is 16 different books. I don't know, because I mean, we kind of knock on Marvel for doing that. No, they give us like 40 variants, you know, for one issue, and so like I mean, not everybody's from that. I mean, I don't know. And not to knock on Joe because Joe does great work. And I'm gonna back Reaper Destroyer, but yeah, like he's got the black and white. He's got the black and white with the logo, the black and white without the logo, the black and white without the art, just the logo. He's got the black and white, just.
Well, I figure like it's like how much can you Like, how much can you? Are you just Now I'm like, I don't know what Joe's doing. I don't know. And I'm always thinking like, if someone's doing that, and then my first thought is like, do they have, like? It's like, well, they probably have the experience with like multiple things like this, and they probably have some deal where they do this.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not saying you didn't think about that. I just mean that I'm thinking about all that too.
They haven't. Yeah,
I
they
have no
have,
experience in that. I just go like, I go by like years ago. I think it was like Graham had told me, just do it simple. Don't do any of this. Don't do this. Don't do this. And like, just do this cover or this or whatever, and do. Don't do any shirts. Don't do any of this. Just keep your first campaign really simple as possible, or something like that. Like he was saying something like that.
I agree. I think simple is better. Yeah, I think less is more in that case. No, because
right.
Yeah, like for example, like Malin has like I think like 2 or 3 covers and then that's it. You know, and then
right.
And then
and
either you get them or you
like,
don't. No, so
yeah, I'm always just thinking about like who. Also, it's like with my story, I'm kind of like, I don't know who would I get to draw, like who fits the story the best, you know, who would like to draw something like this or something. And the first one always keeps coming to mind is like Vasilis might like what I'm doing the most or something based off of that, or Shane. And, you know, I think about that, but drawing the story, because it's a very scenery focused story. It's not necessarily, it's just like what they're encountering, it's what they're seeing and stuff like that, and what's around them, and you know, and so it's going to be, because I mentioned the manga earlier, and I was saying that just because of the storytelling of the things that I'm very influenced by, and how slow I'm kind of just the way I'm doing the story, the way I'm pacing it. It's not slow, like meaning like, oh, you're just going to take forever to get. I mean, there's going to be, you know, attention to it, but and a rising action to it and all that kind of stuff. But I'm trying to I want to tell the story when I want to tell it. And I'm very influenced by these kind of like Akira Kurosawa, you know, how slow he is with getting his story going or something like that. And I want you guys to like, you know, really like look and feel it and get the experience of it. So, yeah.
I'm assuming when you say slow, like, I mean, like you got to like lay down groundwork, like introduce elements that will later pay off. Like,
yeah, it's all that. Yeah, it's just the character kind of emotions and the kind of bringing it out with a lot of the drawings and the timing. And I had like, see, there's like artists and stuff like from, I don't know, like there's this like manga called Monster, and this is Naoki Urasawa, and he's, if you're just familiar, that's why I asked you earlier about if you read manga. He's a very, if anybody's familiar with him, he's just very it's very slow, like, but it's all because of the drama and because of the horror. It's like the way he does it, the way he paces it, even though it moves pretty fast at the same time. It's just the way he kind of takes his time. So if like a character walking off, then the next panel him turning around, and then, you know, and then it's like the next character over here. So it's just like these panels that are just kind of they just give you a moment to breathe and slow down and kind of really like,
I like
feel.
that.
So it's like, that's what I do. I like
that.
to do that a lot in the comics. And so I really want to tell the story like that. Maybe it doesn't work well with like, you know, certain, you know, moving, you know, just like moving along, moving quick. And so that might mess up my page, meaning like, because like I may add too many unnecessary pages or something, like, because I wanted to set the mood with this, you know, image or something. And so, deliberately paced.
I get that. Yeah. I personally enjoy that. Like there's scenes like with the guys, like for example, he's reading a book, and then there's like something that he read that gives him this reaction, and then you see him reading, and then the next panel is him just looking up, like, oh, like just like little nuanced reactions. I like seeing that in comics. Some people they don't like that, but I personally, I dig that stuff.
Yeah, for example, do you have Anatomic? Did you get that?
No, I didn't. I don't have it yet.
Yeah, no worries. It's all right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you out or something.
Yeah, you just called me out, man. Yeah, thank you.
So
very
there was
much,
like a scene.
Anthony.
There's a scene right here in
show us
right here. So like there's a scene on this side right here where they're having a back and forth, and they're discussing, like, it was just after he was, you know, about to fight this guy. They get back in the ring to spar one another, And so the way Shane had it written was basically like whatever she says something and it triggers a memory of his brother, and that was it, right? It was supposed to be the last panel or towards the end of the page, and then what I thought that was such a that needed more time. Like basically, I couldn't just show the one panel and that was it. So then I added an extra page, and I asked him. I said, I want to add this. Like I said, what do you think? Like, because I explained it to him. I said I needed to kind of stretch this out. So that turned into this page right here. This one right here, where I made basically almost like a splash page of him thinking about his dead brother, right?
Mm.
And then I look at all this dialogue, and that wouldn't have been there. You know what I mean? Like I just thinking about that whole scene, and that was really cool. I was like, and he liked it so much. I assume, but he kept it. You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. But I thought like that's what I want to do. I kind of like when I see that's what you get with me. If you work with me, like I try to really try to pace this out, and it doesn't help with the page count, the money budget, and all that kind of stuff. But I
the emotional punches there.
What's up?
The emotional punches there with the artwork.
Yeah. I tried to just kind of stretch it out a little bit to kind of give this some much needed attention or something like that, because I felt like this is what we really, really needed. And by him accepting it, I was like, okay, well, cool. Like he really, he saw that, and they added to it. And I was reading the story, and I really loved the way that they did that. That wouldn't have been there if they, too. And so it's like, and I'm like, this is really cool. So I'm like, contribute to that the story there, and I feel like it does give much to the story itself. So my story is just going to be like, what is it? I'm getting a call from my wife. I'm trying to tell her.
And just a disclaimer while Anthony's checking that out. Just a disclaimer: I haven't gotten Inglorious Rex yet. Like I backed the Glorious Rex 3, and I backed the catch up tier, and so I want to read that first. And then I want to see if I get into, because like I'm always scared of the supplemental stuff, because like I don't know if I want to make that commitment just yet, because I may not like the story. Yeah. And so like I got on late with the Shane Inglorious Rex stuff, because I didn't like, just me personally saying, I just want to confess this, I didn't think it would blow up the way it did. And I keep hearing great things from the book, the story, that people like the concept, people like the dynamic of the brothers, and then I always catch Shane revealing some shit about the comic that he wasn't supposed to, so I'm him talking about it, made me want to back it. I got the catch up to with Inglorious Rex 3 when he was doing that pinball machine thing, and so I'm waiting to get those books, and then I'm going to read 1, 2, and 3, and then I'm assuming that I'm going to enjoy it, and then I will get because he's got also Beast 232
Beast Mode
323. Yeah, I want to hopefully get that also. I'm a big fan of Aaron Alfecci's work. I think he did some amazing work on Graveyard Shift, and I'm assuming I'm expecting that him to continue with that
I do recommend the Inglorious Rex stuff. I was coming in kind of, I was always following Comicsgate, but then I kind of got out of it, and then I got back into it, not for anything like I'm mad at them. It had nothing to do with it. I just was like, that's another story. I guess another story, but I went back into it, and then I see Glorious Rex 2, and I entered that contest, and that's when Shane hit me up and stuff. And so I got into the books because he gave me the books for work. So when I was working on
stuff. Nice.
So, but then I backed the campaigns after that. And then every single book, so it's like if you go from Inglorious Rex 1, and then you have the Blood, Sweat, and Tears, like the supplemental books and stuff that he has that are connected to it, you got to read it in that order. It's so good. Those supplemental stories are so well written and so well done. I enjoyed it even more. You know what I mean? Like, so the supplemental books and stuff are really, really, I really do enjoy it. And on top of the books and stuff. And Glorious Rex 2 was phenomenal. And like, I can't wait for Glorious Rex 3. But like, yeah, so like I kind of like was I reached out. I did the campaign. I did the fan art contest and reached out to Shane. But it was after listening to Shane for a while, for a couple of months, I think. And then I heard about that, and then I was like, oh, I want to, let me see if I want to work for this guy or something, or I want to reach out. I want to, I didn't even know if there was even work to be done. I just was like, oh, if I want to, just reach out with with art and see what he thinks or something like that. See if I win.
Nice.
So, but anyways.
Man, that's cool that you were just able, at least with Chuck's case, though, you were able just to say, hey, Chuck, let me get a job.
Yeah. That's usually how easy it is. You just reach out and see if you can get their email and reach out to them. My wife was always like, she's like, I'd never be able to do that. I don't know how you do that.
No, I mean, I reach out to Ethan all the time, nothing. I reach out to John, nothing. So every now and then, like, they'll respond, like, if it's something's like super important, but normally it's just dead silence. So I was like, how did he do it?
I guess it's like and you never. I think a lot of people they get pretty butthurt about that. No one responds to them. It's like I just don't care. I mean, like, yeah, you got to go. I've never felt like slighted. I don't know, like a lot of people do. Like we hear this drama or something like that.
Yeah.
But like if I don't hear anything back, I don't hear anything back. Let's move on.
They're busy doing stuff. Yeah.
Right. Just move on. Yeah. Move on to the next. Yeah. And then you can hit them up again maybe later on when something comes up, maybe something happens or something like that. So, but yeah. And
did you see this? Did you hear about the controversy with this Spider-Man cover?
Dude. Yeah, I didn't particularly like the cover. I mean, I was just sort of like, I thought it was kind of weak for 1,000 issue. I think that was my whole thing. I didn't even know Romita drew it. I was like, I didn't even know that because it's just like I didn't know he painted his stuff. I was like, I thought it was all, I don't know, whatever. But
I have like a minor rant for this because I had like what was it? What were we talking about? We were talking about like a few weeks back. We were talking about great Daredevil issues and great Daredevil comics, and then someone brought up this recent one, The Man Without Fear, I think is what it's called, and it was drawn by John Romita Jr. Mm-hmm. And I forgot who it was that I had on the panel, but I remember that Scribe was on the panel, or in the chat, I think. And he's a big fan of John Romita Jr. And I'm not a big fan of John Romita. I was like, man, I respect him for what he's done. I like how he draws competently, I think, but I just don't dig his artwork. Like I just it's not my thing. Like I just don't like. I don't see a John Romita piece. And I'm like, wow, no, like that's never been my reaction to John Romita Jr. So I see this, and I was like, yeah, this is John Romita. All like the legs gave it away from me. The boxy web thing, webbing gave it away to me. I was like, yeah, this is typical John. And my first reaction when I saw this was, aha! You see, I'm not crazy. John Romita's got a weak cover because he's not that good of an artist. But I didn't want to like. but yeah, I mean, his father, Senior, I think is like one of the best Spider-Man artists of all time. Like him, and my top is him, and then Bagley, just because I grew up with Bagley in that time frame. But Senior's artwork is amazing. His artwork is just absolutely amazing. Yeah, he's like I like JRJR's also. No, you like all his stuff, Scribe. You were saying his stuff is just the bee's knees. And look, man, they pulled this cover. They pulled this cover because it's whack. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, like I think that they just I was like, for 1,000 issue cover, I was just expecting a little bit more.
Yeah.
I just didn't like the pose, all that stuff. But it's like. But it's almost like the respect. It's like it's just I would never see, like it's like a good inside first panel splash page. But I was just that was just like my first take on it when I first saw that. I was like this is 1,000 page. 1,000 issues. This is your cover.
Yeah, like I mean, hey John Romita, we need a cover for the 1,000 issues, and he puts this out, man. Oh, come on.
Well, it's like it is Marvel's, like Marvel keeps just like not. expecting, not getting, like they just like they just look at that. I remember it's kind of like where I was working at the Daily Wire and everybody there, these like all those like the conservatives and stuff, they don't know any good art. So when they saw something that's like mediocrely drawn, it was like, they're like, "Did you draw that, Anthony? Did you do that?" And I was just like, "No, what? No, I didn't draw that. Oh, it's so good." And I'm like, "That's not." And so they probably look at like, "Oh my god, it's they go anyways." But so there's no, because like I was just thinking about like all the things I've heard just from the guys, from the Kings and stuff, where they talk about how it was run, how things were run, where like, if you can't get, if this doesn't get more than 500,000 copies sold, we're cutting it or something. I don't know, whatever. It's not 1 million copies sold in the first week. We're not doing this series anymore. And so they just kind of like, I don't know, it's just the standard just getting lowered, all that kind of stuff. But but again, I mean, I'm saying this, but it's like Romita is great. I just mean that like they should have made him try harder, like try something else, do another thing. I don't know.
Yeah, that's something. For example, like the editor would catch and say, "Hey, what's going on with this? No, we need something. Take it up a notch because this looks whack." No, but yeah, it went through everybody, and so
yeah.
And then here we have our good friend Bacillus Lolos giving us his take on it.
Yeah, right.
Amazing Spider. Oh man, crazy take. I love that guy. It's still going cool. Klaus inking him is epic. Yeah, no, I love like that Daredevil comic that I mentioned, the Man Without Fear. That's an amazing story. You should check that out if you can. If you haven't read it, it's a great comic. And
I haven't read that one yet.
His Daredevil, or the way he draws, fits perfectly with that story, that world of street level Daredevil stuff. Man, just great stuff, man. You should check that out. Good stuff. The John Byrne X-Men popularity has Marvel shook. Yeah. Man, John Byrne, man, fucking A,
Yeah, dude, I put that in my my cart on Amazon. But I gotta wait. I gotta wait for it to get back in stock. But whatever.
Yeah, man.
I'm excited about that. I've never been really excited about X-Men. I wasn't really that into them or something, but just lately, just some of the issues that people have been mentioning that I've been reading, like little mini series or something based off the X-Men and little runs or something like that, have been really cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, just looking for good stories.
I like his take on the X-Men, and he's drawn it for a long ass time. And if anybody knows X-Men, then he would, man. And then I think Rob Liefeld was mentioning something about this, that Marvel should start licensing some of these characters out to their creators, and have them do their takes on them. I think that's an amazing idea, to give give Cable and Deadpool back to Rob, or give Spider-Man to Todd for like a few issues, and then see what they do with it, man. And then this here is evidence that it's going to blow up, because people. I mean, John Byrne his X-Men is great. I mean, man, if you don't like his X-Men, I don't know what's wrong with you. And he's got the cool, that style from back then, from the 70s. Great stuff, man.
That's funny, dude. Yeah, like I haven't read his stuff. I don't know, but it makes me want to do it. It makes me want to read it. So,
hell yeah, man. Yeah, John Byrne, excellent popular. Yeah, definitely, man. I agree with that. Awesome stuff. And I wanted to share. Hold on, what else? Now, I don't know if it's okay with you, but I made a promise to myself and to the chat that I would show off, because I meant to do this last week and I just forgot. But I don't know if you know that Vasilis is doing. He's got like this 8-minute video for his for Heat Punk and the Bastards. Is it okay if I show that? Is
what?
It okay?
Would you ask for whatever, dude.
Yeah,
that's fine.
I just want to be.
We heard that. I heard that. It was on the. I think the Kings. Like we had played it. I don't know about the 8-minute, but it went.
Yeah, I want to do the 8 minutes because it's great.
Yeah, he did a really good job with that edit, with that video and stuff. So,
hell yeah.
Cheers to Vasilis doing that.
Yeah, our good friend. It says, Elliot, do you do commissions? Yes, I do. I do, David. If you're interested, hit me up, man. I am back on the table for commissions because I wanted to get off of it so I can dedicate myself fully to my comic, but I need money coming in so I can like get colors done, so I can get other stuff done behind the scenes, and so commissions. And I didn't want to because every time I do a commission, it's time away from the book. So I was like, man, but I need it. So it's all. Yeah, David, if you have anything, yeah, just let me know. Let's take a look at this. And also, Anthony, is it okay if I open up the panel for some more guests, or would you rather?
No, dude, just it's your show, man. Just whatever.
Bring them all. I didn't want to. Yeah, I'm gonna throw the link out to get some more some guys in here. If you guys have time to come in here, so we can talk about comics, talk about A Stranger on Earth, what you guys think of Anthony's art and some other stuff. So let's check out. We'll take like a quick 2-second break. Check this out, and then we'll get some people on if they're available. So let's check this out.
Sweet.
Somewhere beyond the dueling suns, where the ethereal magma warms the hearts of the glacial space songbirds. Splish splash, says the sea of purple tears. Keep your eyes open. Travel past the Green Goblin's Emerald Art Rapture Monument. Follow the path through the glass subtunnels of Titionara. Face the forever setting black sun of Gorgomorgo. It is there where you will find the great lounger. He will point the pure-minded on the secret path to Castle Tonebreaker! There, a reverb, cold, echoed. Voice commands ultimate attention. The secret strings have been unearthed. 1 spear, 4 strings. You, Kanada, my dearest and darkest disciple. You, my rocker ghouls, freakish ballerinas, zombie hooligans, and magnificent goons. Come close. New metal cholos and solos, rejoice. Yes, master. Hear our master. The spear has been revealed. Spread your hateful wings of fury and find it. Balls. Scroats. Oh man. The base cemetery is huge. Gotta get out of here. This place sucks shaved monkey balls. The awful tasting ones. Tangy. What is this now? Whoa, baby. I've heard of this. It's Castle MySpace. This place looks like a mighty fine pit stop for a beer and directions. Get a little guzzly, a little alcoholy. Hello. There's something I've heard about this place. Anyway. Anyway, there you are. Boozers ahoy. Make me forget pink lips. Boy, am I glad to see you guys. What you having? Can I get a bump? A bumpa lumpa? Guzzle me up.
Greetings be with you. Weary traveler, tonight we serve only the finest dino green. It is made of the purest green, milked straight from the heaving teat of Mother Earth. It is better mixed with 7-Up. We're trying to get the hip youths interested in our bar.
Huh? What's that? Hey, you work here? You sound invested in this dump. I mean, who am I to judge? I'm trash too.
Sir, this is a place to drink and to get loaded. Here in your space, everyone is served as a well-respected gentleman in a haze of the finest green. I'll leave you wonderful patrons to chat among yourselves. I'll be going back in my mirror.
Whoa, that's trippy, man.
Cool.
You know what? Man in the mirror. This green. It is not that bad. My ears are getting numb. Hey you, Slick. I didn't catch your name. My name is Slakey. I'll call you Slakey. You can call me He Punk. I'm putting a band together. Do you play Slakey? You look like the guy that plays that mouth stuff. Trumpets. A trombonier of some sort.
We have a guest. What a sweet thing to wake up to. How are you feeling tonight, honey?
Do you play any instruments?
No. But I know I dig it. I dig the music. Great stuff from our good friend Vasilis Lolos. He Punk and Basis of the Universe. Check it out. No, I play. What can I play? I play a mean ukulele. No, I don't play any instruments. I dig music. I listen to music, but yeah.
What do you listen to?
And then we got. Yeah. Well, I grew up with '90s hip hop, so I listened to that. But now I'm listening to everything because it sucks that the last few years I come to find out that everybody in hip hop is gay. Everybody in hip hop is like they've been secretly banging each other behind the scenes. So
yeah,
that sucks. I didn't know Puff Daddy went that way, so I didn't know what's the other guy, Meek Mill. Tupac was gay. I knew about Tupac, but it's a lot of gay stuff going around. But yeah, we have somebody in the back. I want to bring him on here. Before I
All
bring
right,
him
dude.
on, just a short little clip.
We bring in the studio this morning one of the gay rights activists, Mr. Should I call you Mr. Pepe?
No, not that one. This one. Sorry. Here it is.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
Who says I'm gay?
I love that clip. Man, that's awesome. You were so serious.
What is
It's
up?
like, and then the other part is like, where's the H?
Anthony, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What's up, Will?
What's up, Will?
What is going on, man? So yeah, Gantz is incredible. And I love when he lived life as a hamster for a little while. That was great. If you remember that part.
Dance? What?
Gantz,
Gantz.
baby. You don't
The one you
remember
said you
that
don't
Gantz.
recommend it
earlier?
for anyone?
Gantz.
Did
Yeah, I
you get
know.
to that part of the story?
What? Where is it now? What is it? What part?
So at one point in Gantz, right, he's fighting these aliens. Earth gets invaded by giant hamster people who capture the humans and keep them in little hamster cages. And so he's running around living as a hamster with this mid girl, right? Because he's been hanging out with these hot chicks, right, in the Gantz simulator. So now he's got this like objectively mid female that he's living with, and he falls in love with while living in this hamster cage.
No, I have not. I didn't get that far. I think I just got up to the part where like I think his friend had died or something like that, or supposedly died, and they were fighting this impossible sort of Buddha statue monster thing. It was like I that was pretty far. I got pretty far into it, but I had to I had to stop.
I stuck with it till the bitter end.
Yeah, you stuck all the way to the end, dude. Well, I mean, I can't say much. I can't say anything. I just I read all the way through of Chainsaw Man, so
I have not. I read Chainsaw Man up until where I was current with it. Like I binged the first bit of it, and then I just haven't gone back. I haven't felt like going back. I don't have time.
Yeah,
to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know,
What up, everybody? What's up, guys?
What up?
I wanted to say Scribe's in the back, so yeah, but Scribe's here. What's going on, Scribe? How you doing?
Good. I'm just checking out Anthony's stuff. I am psyched, bro.
Oh, thank you, dude.
Heck yeah, man.
Dope. Dude,
Thank you.
dope. Need more monster books. More books like that. You know?
Yeah.
Stranger
This is like
on Earth.
I'm just like I put all that what is it, the Ultraman, Godzilla, giant heroes, sci-fi stuff in it, but it's like in a conspiracy horror like kind of thing. So, and
that's cool. It's different. I like that. Yeah,
So-
there's a lot of kaiju books coming out this year.
Yeah, right.
I like
Yeah.
it. I'm digging it. I'm
Scribe's
digging
got
it.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scribe's got
Yeah,
awesome
it's
stuff.
gonna be
And then and I don't know, Anthony, if you know, but Will is the creator of Revenant Steel, and
Coming
looking-
soon.
You don't have any artwork to share with us with that?
Oh, dude, I could share. I'm actually drawing right now. I've been drawing the
Like
whole
the cover?
time.
Is there like a cover you have for us?
Let me pull this up because you had retweeted where I posted the cover in the first 3 pages.
Yeah, I'm trying to look for that.
And so, yeah, I'm almost at a point where I'm going to start my own sign-up page. And I
Yeah.
decided after I finish this page, I'll be able to do that because then I only got like 3 pages to finish up, right? As far as the line work goes, and then I got to letter it. And then once I'm in the lettering phase, I feel like that's where I'll feel comfortable doing like a little campaign. But by then, I might just be selling it for the Fans Fest. I might wait till afterwards to do like a campaign for anyone who didn't get it in person, you know, because why pay shipping? But here, I'll share.
Yeah,
my
here it is.
tablet.
I don't know. I found it. I beat you, Will. I found it.
Yeah, go ahead and share that, and then I'll share what I'm working on right now.
Yeah, his comic is Revenant Steel. I like that name.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I like that name, Revenant.
It's the dark fantasy everyone needs right now.
But not everyone deserves. But we need.
But we need it now.
But we need it because we deserve it. I don't know. Yeah, great stuff, man.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then,
Here, I just shared
Scribe
the current page I'm working on real quick. If you want to do that before you move on. So this is like page sneak peek at page 9 of Revenant Steel.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's
sweet.
dope,
That's cool.
dude. Yeah.
Witness the clouds and the mountains of the dark continent. As your
Nice.
soul is enslaved
I like that hand.
by the will of this demon. As you are slain.
You gotta do an 8-minute video too, man. I like this. Yeah.
Do a
So,
9-minute video. 9.5
Do a
minute.
9-minute video,
Yeah.
and
I'll
then
do a 9-minute video. I'll
talking over
brush up
this
on my
in that voice.
voice acting. You know, it'll be a good time.
So is that Procreate?
Yes, I'm using Procreate.
Yeah. Everybody's no one uses Clip Studio Paint.
I do.
I just
You do?
have an iPad, so I saw
You can do
someone
Clip.
else
You can
using
do
this.
Clip on there.
I haven't even tried it. Is it better?
Well, it's just catered to comics.
Yeah.
It's just like everything you need for comics, basically, and comics and manga, I guess. But it's
I might try it out.
yeah.
It's a one-time payment,
Been
right?
recommended before, but I've always been like,
I-
whatever you practice at is what you're going to get good at. And I'm already doing this, so I need to just like put my foot down on the gas pedal and get the work done. But
Yeah,
maybe,
I wouldn't
I
change
should give
up.
it a
Yeah, I
chance.
wouldn't change up. Programs or whatever. If you're gonna, I do it in the new project. If you're gonna use Clip Studio,
Yeah.
because you're gonna start finding things in Clip Studio where you're like, "Ooh, I want to use this. I want to try this. I want to try this," and then later on, you're gonna go, "What the fuck? Why did I use that?" or something.
Yeah, I kind of want Revenant Steel
overboard.
to be just a inky black and white experience.
Yeah,
I feel like it'll really.
You're not going to color the book?
Dude, not yet. I guess.
No?
I don't
Oh.
know.
I don't know. It'll
I'm
look dope,
feeling
though,
like
man.
I shouldn't, but if somebody shows me a colored page and sways me, maybe.
Yeah,
But I don't
cool.
feel like doing
That's-
it myself, and I don't really want to pay anybody. So, because I'm poor, is what it is.
yeah.
You got to do what I do and use commissions money to pay for some of those colors.
Oh, but then I have to draw other people's ideas.
That's also
And that's
also
tough.
true. Yeah.
I'm
doesn't
kind
want-
of retarded. So
He's like, I don't want to do anybody's ideas.
Man, I'm getting comments in the chat. Not my man Big Pun. He's not gay. Wu-Tang's not gay. 50 Cent's not gay. No, yeah, there's always
That's
exceptions.
true.
But
That's
there's
true.
a mass.
That's true.
There's a lot of people out there that are coming out like, man, there's something fishy going on here. You
I'm
know,
agreeing with
Charlemagne's a degenerate. There's a bunch of people out there. R. Kelly.
Elliot,
Oh,
I'm
man,
in the
there's
same
so
boat,
many-
bro. Our childhood, they're all homos. They're all homos, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm
Except
just,
for
I'm just,
Cool
I'm
G
just-
Rap is cool. Mobb Deep is cool. They ain't gay. You know? Hopefully.
yeah.
Let's hope.
I
It
just
doesn't come
I'm-
out
I'm-
years later.
my heart's gonna sink if I ever find out Nas is gay and he likes,
Don't say that.
doing
Don't
stuff
say
like,
that.
man. Because
Don't
I'm
say
like, nah, not you, man.
the
Don't
only
say
way
that.
to find
you,
out
man.
is to seduce him.
Or like the genius,
Yeah.
you know? Like Master Killer's like, yeah, I just came out of the closet. Like, oh,
No.
man, no!
Yeah, Ghetto Boys ain't gay.
No! Don't say that. Scarface.
TWI Mexicans and two crackheads. What? I missed that. I don't know what that.
Roy's happy today.
But
Roy's...
says the original hero dies blasted by space. Hitler, the clone saves the day. Gantz is whack.
You don't like
Oh, man.
Gantz?
Yeah, he's just there's all
anime's-
sorts of like just wacky
Spoilers.
things. It's like
Dude, that anime
Spoilers.
is insane, bro. The huge heads and those monsters. It's wild. It was fun. I liked it. It was wild. Dude.
yeah.
What's up?
It got tough at times. And
A little
One
bit.
Piece,
What's
What's
like
up, Arnida?
you got out at the Dressrosa arc. That it's
Yeah.
like he had to line up a bunch of gears for what he wanted to do next. Because like now we're finally wrapping things up.
I had to like skim. I had to like just skip
Yeah,
arcs
I
or
don't
something like
blame
that
you.
in One Piece. I had to like
I did that
just-
too.
I had to skim so much to just get to the point. Just get to this thing.
I can't
The
do One
thing
Piece,
is-
man. That art is just I can't.
Oh,
One
I
Piece
I
chapters
love
are
the
so
art.
short.
I just
Ugh.
like but it's just the story. It's just when
Mhm.
it where it goes. I just no. It's too long. That's like that's
There's-
the problem with like manga. Just like
It's
keep
goofy.
going.
It seems goofy to me.
I
One
feel
Piece.
like
There's-
when it wraps up, I'm going to be able to just binge, from wherever it started to get, like, from Egghead Island. If you pick it up at
Yeah.
Egghead Island, you know, someday when it wraps up, you'll be able to just binge it for the best of the ending. You know what I mean?
Right,
When
sure.
we're wrapping
Yeah,
it all up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like kind of how I was doing. I was watching the anime. That's where I was skipping the most. I just skipped an episode, skipped an episode, skipped it. And I was like, okay, let's watch this.
I stopped watching the anime so long ago because of the pacing, and I can just, you know, read the manga and be, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one thing about manga that I just can't get. Like, is there any one title IP that where everyone is in unison to say that's great? Is there anyone? Because I get this One Piece.
The older stuff.
Gantz is good. Gantz is not good.
Well, it is what it is, man. So, like, you've heard our discussion just now about One Piece. You know that it's a big story, that it's kind of goofy, and so if you just start reading it, you'll know if it grabs you or not. You know, if you want to see a very confident, like Goku-esque character with stretchy powers, you know what I mean, who lives as a pirate and chases freedom, you might like One Piece. You know, if you want to read a story about this, you know, kind of kid who he doesn't understand how strong he is, you know, because he's kind of avoids conflict, and then he learns how to box and becomes like a world-class boxer, go to Hajime no Ippo. And dude, Hajime no Ippo, that like motivated me to work out because it's like training montages and stuff like that. And it's like, you know,
see, these are all old, like these are like, you know, those are like old stories, old manga stories. So they're written in such a way where it's like, oh, this is like done well. This is actually sounds like a person. This is like
right. And
rather
the new
than
stuff is all
new,
over the place, man.
Yeah, anything
I don't
new
know
today.
much new stuff.
Yeah, like all the new stuff. It's so
it's
like
autistic.
formulaic in a way, but it's also like they create characters like a new. You know how they do like like in American media, the new guy to be, you know, today the best guy to be like is like Jim Halpert from The Office. You know, where you're just like a coward and you don't make decisions and you're indecisive and you let your woman make decisions for you and ruin your life. It's like that's how you're supposed to just be a nice guy. Just be don't just let anybody just be a pushover. So that's like that there's like certain narratives, and then like in manga has the same thing. It's like the girl is like and it isn't really like political like it is in America, where the girl is like Mary Sue and she's just super badass. But they do kind of lean into that a little bit. The new in modern day manga, where the girl is a tough girl, but she's a girl, so she's still feminine, and so she still falls in love with the guy. But the guy is very squirmy and very nebbish and very like indecisive, and he's always stuttering. Like that's like the new thing that they're constantly doing all the time. And Dan to Dan kind of does okay with that kind of storyline, but Dan to Dan's a whole other thing like Gantz. It's just like it's not degenerate like Gantz, but
I've heard good things about Dan to Dan.
Degenerate.
Is it
the
really?
art is amazing. The romance story is kind of good, but then it just
graphic?
falls. It's so pointless. It's just so like,
dude, you didn't get to the real romance of Gantz, which was the girl in the hamster cage.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
I got to get to that part. The hamsters. You didn't read the hamsters.
Dude, and there's literally a big mall with these hamster people walking around, like they're dressed just like normal people, right? Like
they wear
top hats and stuff.
It's
they
so
got cell
weird,
phones.
man. It's so weird.
Yeah, see, like when you're
Out
just
there.
writing stuff and you're just like you're drawing just weird shit, like it's boring. It just gets boring. Like you have to draw one crazy ass thing after another. It's just really boring. I got
to a point where I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, it's just
Like, where
that's
is
what
this
Gantz
going?
is doing. They have no story. It's like just really no story, and it's just one crazy weird looking thing after another. That's like all it is.
Have you seen the
What
anime?
happened to the story?
I started out with the anime. I think no. Actually, I started out reading it, and then I started watching the anime.
That's the same thing. Yeah, I switched because I was like, it doesn't really. It's kind of weird. And then the movie, whatever, the TV anime, I was like, this is pretty wild. This is fucked up, dude. This is so messed up. The fights were cool. The fights were cool, and the weapons and everything.
And we just became a panel of wheat.
About Michael Bublé.
What's going on, Ryan? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How you guys today?
Ryan, do you like the manga?
Do I like the?
Do you like them mangers? You know, like them Japanese people.
You know, my son, he loves manga. He reads it a lot, and I do go to him for like advice on reading. You know what I'm doing, just kind of get a different feel because I know he has a different take on things. But like Anthony was saying earlier, on how the women are drawn very feminine, and it's very very sexualized, and the boys are very coy and not sure of themselves, and very I want to say flamboyant, but not just not alpha males or anything like that. They always start off at level 0, and there's some sort of something happens, and they are they instantly turn from like somebody that no one cares about, they're the underdog, to somebody that like are everyone respects and everyone wants to be like, and it's kind of like, it reminds me, it was like of the old Flash television show. I say old Flash television show, but the one with Grant Gustin, where he's like, I'm just not fast enough, I'm not fast enough. And that's kind of what I hear when I'm watching these animes, is like, I'm just not strong enough, I got to get stronger, I'm not strong enough for this. I'm like, okay, so what I akin it to is like, these things are like a video game, where they're all video games. They all just sort of, have the same sort of structure, where you start off at level 0 and you have to level up to level whatever. And then, but you're never as good as you can be, because you can always be better. And it's like, okay, cool. So I get the premise. It's always the same thing. There's usually dungeons, and they have to go through, you can't go to that dungeon. Oh, he successfully did that dungeon. Oh, now he's badass, and he's
no dungeon talk.
No dungeon talks.
See,
But
I think it's a lot that
what I
No
get.
one goes to dungeons here.
And one of you guys had mentioned there was like some sort of baseball manga or something like that, which was a little bit different.
Basketball,
I watched
I think.
There's a basketball
Right?
one.
There's a boxing
and that's
one,
really cool.
Soccer.
And the Blue Lock, I saw that, and I was like, okay, that's cool. They're not doing the whole like, there's no girl there with boobies running around and all that. And it's like, okay, but it was still the same other premise, where it's like, oh man, I just got to be as good as these other guys, or I got to be better. I can't be the weak link, and this, that, and it's like, okay, so it's still the same. Oh, hey, there it is. It's
Ryan's the creator of the Nephilim, just in case.
Yeah. So that's I just
continue.
finished that. That's my cover for book 2, which I'm working on now.
I like the upgrades.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, and I
looks great.
appreciate everyone who was in that chat that offered any sort of critique. I did take a lot of it to heart, and I did make adjustments according. So I think it looks a lot better now than
man, it looks
than
really
it started
good.
out. I'm very happy with it. It's very like movie poster-esque, which is kind of what I was going for. And yeah, so I'm thrilled about it. I'm drawing the panels for the comic now. I had to rework. One of the scenes didn't make a lot of sense to me, so I went back and I had to rework some of it after looking at it. You sort of get the idea for the flow and like the pacing and all that. And it's like, you kind of, the story kind of got halted. So I was like, no, I gotta change some things up. So I'm reworking, like, it started off 2 pages. Now it's 4 pages, cause I had to,
Extend,
do some other things. Yeah. So, but it's still fun. It's a fun process. I love making these stories, but yeah. Nice. So I was very happy about that. I love that, the weight, man. The biggest problem that I had with this was the propellers on the drones, the police drones, because I was like, man, how do you can easily make like white discs and just maybe draw some lines here and there or whatever. But I was like, nah, dude, I want to make fan blades, and I want to so I made a circle, and I made the fan blades, and I put like a radial blur on it, and I was like, okay, cool. Now that I've got that, I need to place them all. So I placed the top ones, and I flipped the image and placed the bottom ones so they look like they're oscillating in 2 different directions. You can't tell just by looking at it, but you can tell if you actually have it on zoomed in on screen. Yeah. So but it's all for me. That's my head canon. I'm like, yeah, no, it works. So
yeah.
Heck yeah.
And then
also I wanted to,
oh, go ahead.
Go continue. No,
I was just gonna say I was really happy with the way the lighting turned out. No, I'm sorry.
No, it looks good, man. Looks
go
great.
ahead.
So now go ahead. Sorry, Elliot.
No, you finished your idea. Sorry, it's so good. I don't want to talk anymore.
No, I'm done now. No, done stamp. I put her. That's it.
I don't want to say shit no more.
Yeah.
Shut up, Elliot.
No, it's all good. All good. Hey, heavy Atomo.
Yeah, baby.
That looks pretty dope, man. So I like the way your logo has turned out. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I understand you got
Scribe does the best logos.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. I actually
sign up.
Asked him for advice on my. I was putting graffiti in my other book, and I was like, bro, I don't do graffiti, so I'm scouring the internet for like examples of graffiti, and then I saw his. I was like, oh, okay, well, we got an in-house person. We can just I can pick his brain about how would this stuff look, and he gave me some advice on some of the graffiti that I used in my book.
Oh yeah,
yeah, boy.
Hey, look, man. Look, Ryan, you got a positive comment from Roy. He says, "Is that a face in the sky? Looks cool. Wow.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
Roy, yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, that is the antagonist. He's in the background, and Nerd Word.
This is a different Ryan. Ryan Wordner to someone else. No, he was
Okay.
he's a creator from another project. No.
Oh, okay.
If that Ryan Wordner is around, let me know. Also, I'll bring him on the show. Also, but this is another Ryan. This is Ryan Dubé. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Dubé.
It's all the same.
Dubé.
I'll answer anything, just about.
Ryan Doobie. Ryan Smoke a Doobie. Gotcha.
That's right.
Ryan Doobie. All right.
Alrighty
Ryan
then.
Doobie.
Alrighty
Oh,
then.
man, now you're gonna get okay. Yeah. So
but that cover was very I inspired by like a number of things, like Star Wars episode 1, also with our Darth Maul in the background, the Batman Mask of the Phantasm, even sort of the old He-Man where he's like holding up the sword. I was like, oh yeah, I need that sort of like iconic sort of pose. And then just a lot of different influences, but I was, like I said, I'm just I'm happy with the way it turned out.
Everybody, please be sure to sign up for Heavy Animals on to come out soon. What is it? 1 month away, Scribe?
Yeah, I'm gonna launch in July. I'm gonna try to get
In July?
100 signups and then start the
July
launch.
6th.
No, later. Later.
Oh,
Why
man.
are you launching July 6th? Are you doing
No.
something July 6th?
I'm going to. I'm trying to set up the campaign because I do want to get that going before I go to my next con, which is August 1st and 2nd.
Oh, nice.
Oh, so Roy's got a question that says he wants to hear everybody's thoughts on character turnarounds. Now, I expressed my opinion. I think it's important, but in my case, I just drew the front part, maybe 3/4. Anthony gave his answer. 1 second. No, wait. 30 seconds. Everybody go. Let's start with Will. What do you think? Character turnarounds.
I have not done them. I understand the value of character turnarounds, but I also am very indecisive and frequently change things. And so, yeah, like I'll do yes, they're very useful. And I need to be using them. You're right. Sorry.
Nice. Scribe.
Boo.
That's all like.
Yeah,
Outer Boy's like boo Will.
Boo Will. No.
Will.
You need to do them. Ben and I have been. That's the first thing we did was doing the character turnarounds and designs, get everything laid out, front to back, side to side.
My dude's armor like 3 times, but I'm done. I'm done with it.
You gotta just lay it down, dude. Lay it down. That's it. That's it. You're done.
I started drawing the story, and everyone had very generic outfits, and I just said I'll update their outfits when I get around to it. Okay, I'm just trying to draw this thing.
It's very important. I agree. 100% important.
Ryan.
Yes, especially for your main character, your main cast. You definitely want to have continuity because you can get to a point where you're like, even the small minor things, like drawing shoes. I had to go back when I was reviewing my previous comic, and I was like, oh snap, he's wearing different shoes. I had to change them because it wasn't exactly the same as the other page, and I was like, not that anybody is going to care, but I'm going to care. So when I go back and it's going to be printed, and it's once you put it in the ether, once it's finally out there and done, You have to live with that and say, oh crap. You know, he was wearing Nikes in one panel and Adidas in the other. And I was like, that sucks. So
I hate when that happens.
Because I mean, it's just those little things that like, I don't know. The artists are always their own worst enemy. I am so critique. I critique myself so much to the point where it's just like I could do a lot faster. I could go a lot faster if I wasn't so hard on myself.
Yeah, and then I definitely agree with that. No, and Scotsman also had a great point in reference to turnarounds. No, it's great also, like if you're hiring someone to do a pinup or a cover art or whatever, that they have that reference also, because that's essential also. And when you get other people to draw your characters, they need to know how to draw them as well. So that's great.
That is right.
Awesome. And guys, please don't feel creeped out that the way the panel of the video is looking, we can see Andrew Farango looking at us all creepy like. Don't get freaked out. It's just ignore the towel in the
He's
camera
like,
phone.
hey guys, you guys want to go use my bathroom? I have a camera somewhere hidden.
Oh yeah.
Any of you guys go to the bathroom? Yeah.
Yeah. Just please be careful because he's looking at you.
I'm trying to wrap
what do you
my
guys
head
think of
around the logistics? Because was it like maybe he had like a statue or something positioned in such a way where the towel was like over it or something? Like how did the statue at that angle
where the eyes are always
phone,
looking at
by
you?
the way, right?
I
know it was a cell phone.
Yeah, it's a cell phone. We had it hidden, somewhere.
And then it was his
blinking. I don't know. I have no idea.
Like, nobody call me for the next 6 hours, okay?
Crazy, dude.
Right. He forgot.
So what do you guys think of Anthony's new comic?
Hell
on Earth?
Oh yeah, it looks really cool. Are those okay? I had to ask. The lights are they eyes or are they just lights on the? It looks like an angelic face with like feathers or something.
Yeah, so it's just a those are all eyeballs. Yeah, like just
okay,
like
that's what I thought. I wasn't sure, but yeah, okay, cool, cool.
Yeah, so eventually that is also you'll see that kind of like pop up in the story when you're introduced to it and stuff like that. Like the eyes kind of play like that role in it as well, and so this is supposed to be
what is that, Guillermo del Toro esque.
Pan's Labyrinth type style.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah, it's very like everything is very. It's just tinged with some sort of like biblical themes or something like that. Like the name itself, it's Stranger on Earth. It's a Bible reference. We're supposed to be strangers on Earth, and so things. It's like it could be. It's like you yourself supposed to be a stranger on Earth, or we find it stranger on Earth. It's all that there. So yeah, there's all these different little references and stuff. And so this is like just the bastardized version or deformed version of a Ultraman type of character.
So scroll down a little bit on his body.
Hold on, yeah, give me a second. Let's check out the body.
Because how little are his legs?
Farango.
Or is he like built like a bird where he has tiny legs?
It's a mixture of it. It's gonna be like like his whole body's just oblong, kind of like a Resident Evil character, like a tyrant, kind of thing like that.
Malformed, asymmetrical.
Yeah, everything's gonna be like just deformed. Like it's just gonna be a deformed version of it. And so this is so he's rising up, or he's turning around and looking at Johanna in this, and so
I like the cell phone puts you right in the 1998 mindset.
It's like the time frame's going to be like early 2000s, late 90s, some around there.
I don't know if they had that font back then though.
No.
On the
Yeah, this is great.
Siege, is this what you're talking about? This image? I hope that's what it is. And so please sign up today, please, for Stranger on Earth. And then Art's got a question. Are you going to be on Back Me Bro?
No, I'm not going to be on Back Me Bro.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm not going to be.
Fucking day. Shane put all that money into you. You're not going to go on Back Me Bro.
No, it's no. He said it himself. He was.
That's funny.
He's going to have some more experienced people.
Yeah.
To start it out. I have no experience with campaigns yet, and so once this one does, once I gain some leverage, you know what I mean, with this campaign. Let's see how it goes. So people sign up.
Yeah.
You sign up on the mailing list. I'm going to send out more updates and stuff. So you're going to get like just early reveals here and there. So it's just like, but more about it. And I'm getting the trailer together. So that's what I'm like working on, and that too. So,
what platform are you using? If you're not using Back Me Bro,
I see that's like it's been back and forth. Like, you know, is it going to be Indiegogo? Is it going to be Kickstarter? It looks like it's most likely going to be Kickstarter. I just don't know what that's going to look like for people in this community. But I'm going to be using. It looks like I'm using Kickstarter.
It's the
best. It's like a horror show, and I might do it afterwards. I mean, like if I do a Kickstarter, I'll just do like Fund My Comic at Indiegogo, like everybody else is doing.
Okay.
So I'll go make my way around.
It's the best for this.
Yeah, I was gonna say that if you were considering Fund My Comic, because on my first campaign, I went with Fund My Comic, and I just have nothing but great things to say about it. Like, I understand people complain that there's no add-on thing, and then sometimes like the page, like the layout, just doesn't look as attractive as other websites. But I think the functionality, you know, I think it works great. I think people were able to back, you know, efficiently great. I had no problems with getting the backer information. Also, any hiccups that I saw on the page itself, I was able to contact Luke, and I got a response like right away. So I mean, for my first time at doing a campaign, I thought Fund My Comic was great, and I would always recommend it. But I understand though, everybody's got to look out for what's best for them and their company and their IP. So yeah, man. But whatever you do launch it, let us know, and then I'll be sure to to promote it on the show.
Yeah, definitely, man. And then if I got this over here.
No apologies at all.
I did.
And then also, I'm gonna wrap up in a little bit, and I do want to show off a sneak peek of my comic, some more artwork. But yeah, sorry, Anthony, go ahead. You were going to share.
Yeah, you wanted to.
Yeah, let's see. Let's check this out.
See this right here.
I'm pressing the button. This shit. All right, here we go.
Oh,
that's dope.
So this is. So you see the
yeah, I like the scene.
Yeah, like and it was supposed to be. It's just supposed to be like a still image. You'll see the car kind of coming by eventually, like when I'm in the trailer and stuff. So I'm going to be slowly like kind of bringing out images of the trailer, and then just and then come out with
put out the trailer.
Thing. Yeah,
nice. So
that's great.
So was this a? Did you get inspiration from like an actual, like an image, like a photograph for the tree and the branches and all that? Because that looks very, just very realistic, photorealistic in my opinion.
Yeah, I drew every little thing here.
Yeah, no. I get that you drew it.
Yeah,
was there like because?
I take reference. I take lots of reference.
Yes.
I mean,
okay.
I live out here in the forest too. I mean, like I just want get the trees, get the all everything, and
yeah, because I suck at trees and stuff like that, and I
rely like I it's like I probably rely too much on reference, but I just because I draw in such a I don't know, like heavy detailed way that I just want it, and also I just want it to be just right, all the time. So I'm always like kind of following the reference or something like that. So I'm always doing things with reference and messing with it and everything. And yeah, this is all based off of reference that I've taken from trees and stuff. So yeah, and just
very
placing in and stuff,
And the headlights are great too. They look awesome. I'm like, that really draws your eye, to the middle of the page right there, and it shows, hey, I guess that's an SUV, just riding on a bridge. Or no, not a bridge. There's guardrails.
Hill vibe.
Yeah. Well, it reminds me of like that. What was that one? Pikes Peak or Dante's Peak, because of the like flames in the back, or I guess it's fire in the background. And they're on a mountain range. So looks really cool though, man. Very cool.
Oh
yeah.
Well,
very movie.
I'll be
very movie inspired. I dig it.
Yeah, that's the thing too. It's like I'm trying to be comic book and you know what I mean. Like I'm like this is really gonna because it's just the way I color. I'm very influenced by a lot of animators, like a lot of animators and stuff, because I saw a lot of coloring style that a lot of comic book artists weren't doing, and I really liked the way this looked, and like using a lot of we were talking about earlier about the usage of shadow and light, and I kind of put that in my color, and I never wanted to actually be a colorist or do anything with color, but it just came around.
Did you read Calvin and Hobbes?
I did not, but I was always familiar with it. Yeah,
Watterson's great.
Yes, Calvin Hobbes is amazing.
Some of your shading on the tree kind of reminded me of that, and just he got really good with compositions and stuff like that. So when you had
right back.
Calvin fighting like dinosaurs and there's explosions and stuff going on, it was a lot of fun. So
yeah,
I like this. This is really cool.
Yeah, just heavily film influence and stuff like that. And I don't know. I'm always just thinking of. That's why when I was doing My Sister Suprema early on, it was all wide panels. I did all wide shots, so it was fun. It was fun just focusing on wide shots. I don't have to do a page. I didn't have to do any of that kind of stuff. So it wasn't until when I actually had to print it, and then I had to construct it into a page, which was and it worked out fine. Worked out good.
Looks great, man. I'm excited.
Heck yeah.
Thanks.
I'm back.
Yeah,
awesome stuff. So I'm gonna have to shut down in a little bit, but but I do want, before I leave, I do want to remind everybody that in 2-3 weeks I'm gonna have my big art drop where I'm gonna show you guys everything that I've been working on on my comics so far. This is for Ominus Volume 1. This is my first official graphic novel. The date, please set the date, is July 16th at 10 a.m. I'm gonna be streaming for a while, and I'm gonna show you guys all of the artwork that I have for it, and I hope you guys tune in. Now, here are some of the sneak peeks that I've been giving you. I showed off Zadok last week.
Yeah,
I showed off this establishing shot panel, drawing everything in the background, going against what Anthony was telling us.
So you gave him Super Saiyan hair, and then don't understand why people think that it looks kind of anime inspired.
Yeah, I mean it's there, and so I get that comment all the time, but I'm not going to like shy away from it. I'm going to lean into that shit, and then I guess I can find my own style. Yeah, find my own style among that.
Yeah, and then here I got the eyes and the hair and the nose differently. I think you'll get away. And then the hair is very
there. It looks different. The eye from the side, it looks more shapely and slightly more detailed than that previous.
Yeah, you got the nose and the eye there, and everything looks pretty different.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna see what comes out. So hopefully, if it gets called that, I have no problem with that. But yeah, that's what I'm working on. And then here's another sneak peek. Now this is just nice. Like what Anthony was sharing is just establishing where these characters are at. And so here I'm giving you a glimpse of a house, which is going to end up being Zadok's house, and we're going to see more details of it when I reveal it. But here's another sneak peek, and then here's a second image, which is the first look of another character that I'm introducing in this book, and I will reveal the whole artwork for this also on July 16th. So I got this image that I'm sharing today, and then also this background image that I'm also sharing, so you guys can get a look at what kind of things I'm going to be showing off in this comic, and everything is going to be revealed on July 16th. So please mark your calendars for that day. I'm going to show off all of this artwork. And I hope you guys enjoy it, and then I hope you guys continue watching the show, and as I draw all this stuff out, and then whenever I launch the book, which will be about a few years from now, because I don't draw at Anthony's. Anthony, you work full time as an artist, I believe, right?
Yep.
Yeah. See, I'm not. That's not my situation. I
get to work right now, right after the stream. No. You got to draw.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
I got stuff. I got stuff to do. Yeah. So So I don't have that. I don't have that luxury like in that case. So I gotta,
luxury. How dare you?
I say it because you have the time.
Oh, you guys are the same.
No, I say it because you have the time, and I wish I had that kind of time to work on it. But
I'm in hell. No, I'm
not afforded.
Here's what you need to do to have the time, Elliot. Quit your job.
You hear that, Shane?
And make money exclusively from your artwork.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, if you don't do that, you're really not investing in yourself.
Right. Because otherwise,
quit everything.
You don't quit everything.
I'm not doing that.
Quit it all.
You quit your job, and then you start realizing survival mode.
What's up, Jay?
Kicks in.
Yeah, you just gotta bet on yourself.
Super survival mode after that.
It's a good gamble.
I don't know, man. I think maybe
Don't
one
do it,
day.
Elliot.
But yeah,
go to go up to like. I don't know if this is gonna work. Go up to like 10. Go into a Walmart and go up to like regular people and just say, "Should I quit my job and do comics?" and just show them your art and see what they say.
Excuse me, Tyrese.
Yeah, I'll do yes. They probably all will say yes, and then you never.
Like, man, you got some skill. You got
this is good stuff. You should draw comics.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah, Ellie says, Ellie, don't forget that white line on the bottom of the iris. That detail separate pros from noobs. I got you. White line on the bottom of the iris. I got you, man.
White. I don't remember white. It's a white line, not a black line.
Oh yeah.
Remember that.
Heck yeah. And so so that's what I'm showing off. Not a black line. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and yeah, man. So I'll catch you guys next week. Next week I'm going to show you some more artwork. And then progressively we'll look at some more stuff, and then I'll show you everything. I'll reveal it all July 16th.
Nice.
July 16th.
And is this going to be a black and white comic, or is it going to be in color?
No, it's going to be colored. Yeah, it's going to be colored.
Okay.
Is that the same guys coloring the last?
They colored the
one,
right? Yeah. So I'm going to have them come back for colors. And that's why, every Ko-Fi tip helps towards that. No, because I got to pay this guy. And so so Ko-Fi... The tips, the super chat stuff helps out for that. So that pretty much wraps it up for today. Thank you very much to everybody. Is that strip of meat between eyeball and strip of meat? Eyeballs and eyelash. I got you.
Oh yeah.
Thank you very much, Roy. I appreciate that. Such a wonderful man.
Give the eyelid a nice 3D.
Kind-hearted soul.
The most positive man in comics.
Yes.
So
one of the most helpful.
Yes.
You need an honest guy.
He is very honest.
That is true. Yeah. Oh yeah.
He hates my graffiti stuff, but I love Roy.
Heck yeah.
Well, the graffiti is a problem for all of us.
It is. It happens. I'm sorry. I apologize in advance.
Yeah, from the guy that brings us comments like this, no 50 Cent got a tiny we like Pee Wee Diddler. Yeah, awesome. So I want to thank the guests, Anthony, Will, Ryan, the Doobie, and Scribe. Thank you very much for stopping by. Then I'll catch you guys, Ryan the Doobie. Yeah. Right,
appreciate it. Man.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much for stopping by, guys. And I'll catch you guys next week at the same time, and we'll talk about more whatever's going on in CG. And then, hold on, wait, I forgot. Fuck.
What happened?
Next week, I have a very special guest. His name is Don Chin, the creator of Adolescent Radioactive Black Belt Hamsters. He's launching a new comic, and he's going to be here with us next week. He created the Ninja Turtles parody. I don't know if you guys remember that book from back in the day. And he's been in the business for a long time. He's worked with Keith Richardson. He worked with Sam Keith. He's got a lot of great stuff, great stories to tell us. And he's launching a new book on Kickstarter, so we'll take a look at that next week. So tune in, guys. Next week we'll take a look. We'll talk with Don Chin and see what we get into next week. So thank you very much, guys. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I'll see you guys next week.
Thanks for having us.
All right, man.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure, guys. And we're out.